streaming live. Streaming live, West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, everybody, welcome and thank you for joining us. We're coming at you live-ish from the Palm Beach Kennel Club in beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm Matt, and with me,
Oak Tie, also known as
Tree.
Oak Tree.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
And we are bringing you our feature to final $130 buy-in, 10K guaranteed deep stack tournament, and we're jumping right into the action live. Feature to final, we have 11 players remaining. And more info on the payouts. All the players are in the money. We paid out our top 18 today. So, get to the action. We'll head on over to the table. I mean, unless you guys want us to hang out, you know.
Yeah, who doesn't want to hang out with us? Cool
They
people.
don't.
We are coolest people.
We are the coolest people, but they're here for the poker. And more specifically for the pain.
Everyone likes the pain, right?
We can't get it over the pain.
That's why we keep coming back as
Exactly.
players.
bunch
Boruto.
of sadists.
Yeah. Yeah, like Matt just said, this is not the final table just yet.
Not yet.
We're down to 11 players currently while you're watching. And then when we get to 9, we'll regroup. We'll shuffle the players around again. And then we'll start over.
8-4 clubs, huh? All right.
Today's a great turn. I mean, one of the best turnouts we've had in this tournament. It's growing. The word is getting out. 151 entries into today's tournament. First place, $4,080.
We're playing 7 bigs at my comfort level.
It's live. It's up. It's running. We're here.
Yeah, I messed up that ace-jack handle. Damn it.
Some technical difficulties on our side, but we'll get it fixed out in a second. There it is. Woo! Someone clicked the small button, huh? Got you worried there for a second.
14 players left.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Like Matt said, it's a beautiful day outside. Sunny, gorgeous,
A
West
little
Palm
too
Beach.
sunny. If God could turn the heat down a little bit, that'd be nice. But it is nice and sunny outside. Chief Waka joining us. Yeah.
What up,
so
fellas?
the technical difficulties that weren't. I thought it was technical
Yeah,
difficulties,
yeah.
but I just needed to hit refresh.
Right.
So that did scare me though. I'm like, where's the picture? All right.
That's gotta be ace-queen. Nah, that's gotta be ace-king. Ace-king.
Watching a show that you're on. Yes, everybody knows Oak Tie's in the house. You introduced yourself.
Hello, Oak.
I was there when you did it. All right.
Not
So,
just the broadcaster. I'm a fan as well.
Exactly.
You know, we can up the
am-
viewer count by 1. It's always good for the
I
stream.
am
Yeah.
a fan.
A fan.
Some might even say super. I have heard it said.
Do you have a
Steffi Moe, part of our crew, she'd love to see this hand, I'm sure. Brian with the ducks.
deuces?
Close.
Queen 7 Jack on the flop. 2 spades.
And them ducks, useless.
3 of spade on the turn.
I mean, they're pretty useless anyway. So
Patrick, no longer a slow play as queen, fires out a bet and takes down this pot.
might be somebody sitting there with deuces.
It would have been nice.
So you got to get them out. Jason was missed some time for us
Somebody busted it, so we're down to
with
10.
some medical issues. Good to have him back.
I was just using my ice.
All right, let's go, Patrick. Yeah, he's eating pretzels, so he can't go wrong.
How you know? I was using
Blinds
my
are at 10K, 15K with a 15K ante.
Got me thinking about that pretzel crust pizza.
No, we got
Oh, yeah.
To be able to like pizza, you know, they have all these fancy pizza restaurants, expensive. You know what? Give me that little Caesar's pizza crust when they have it.
Reroll.
You go in, you grab it, you leave. Nice pretzel crust pizza, $8.
That was one of the things Little Caesar did. Was really smart. Is that their pizza was just run in there and they had it like ready to go.
Everybody's like, "Oh, it's so bad." I'm like, "Well, what do you want for $7?"
Right. And like such a
For
great
a whole pie.
such
you go
a great
in,
slogan.
You get it. Yeah.
Pizza, pizza.
Yeah. It's not gonna win any awards, but you know.
So 10th and 11th place both get 294. The next pay jump will be at 9th. I like looking at the pay money. The money's all about the money. We're all about the money.
3 one more time, bro.
Ted DiBiase style.
What's that song? Let's go the money. I'm not really good in those songs. That is Skip in the 10th seat.
Chief Walker's like, you had to eat it the second you grabbed the box. If you wait, it tastes like the box you came in.
Pretty
Well,
true.
not that I'm some kind of pizza connoisseur, but there is a Little Caesars 2 blocks from my house. So it would survive the trip home because it was only 2 blocks.
Have you gone to Italia yet? The pizza?
Everybody keeps telling me I have to go.
And you
I have
haven't
not
gone
been
yet?
yet.
What's
No.
taking you so long?
Well, I went over there the other day,
Ah.
and because I had stuff to do and I got out of work a little early. They don't open till 4.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not standing around for 2 hours.
No,
I'm
stick around.
hungry. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the Chinese place or something.
Ah.
Because they're open. Meow.
Right. All right. Twan's going to take a stab here, but it looks like Skip has top pair. Top 2, I should say. Just flat calls? What happened here? Oh, he raised and
Get the
Twan
guy who
folded.
wants Italia to watch
Raised?
the stream. I mean, we're plugging his restaurant all so much.
Italia, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Give us a sponsorship or something.
Oh.
Stefimo came down right as her deuces get destroyed, bringing a sheet to be helpful, and it looks exactly like the sheet we already have.
Look at me. I did something nice. Twan took a stab there, ran right into 2 pairs, and quickly folded. Knew he was out of line. Got his hand caught in the cookie jar. Patrick went from pretzels to soda. Look at him, man. Multitasking.
Well, you got to get salty, then sweet.
Right.
Know what I mean? That makes it good. Or some people go sweet, then salty.
Sweet, salty.
Yeah.
It's a good combo.
Oh, listen to this.
Ooh, speaking of good combos,
Oh, my God.
here comes Jeremy with his ace-10, says, 45, gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, that's my voice in the background. The interesting part about that is that we're 5-handed, so ace-10 is really a big hand.
Yeah, I know it's really good.
Talk good about me, all right, guys?
We're going to enjoy the table talk for a moment here.
Sounds like a deal. Nah, the commentator said a lot of nice stuff, though. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people that don't even play poker. I know, man.
Damn, if you drag 1 pot, we make an extra 70K, bro. Oh my God.
They were like, we don't know if the rail's here because Brian knows money or.
He said those are my collectors.
I'm like, damn, I got like 5 collectors right now. Like, I mean, I sold pieces, so I mean, they're all here for support, and
I got 5 bigs and a small blind, bro.
you see.
I think that's done.
Yeah, that's done. Yeah,
Pocket jacks.
we had to let him tell on himself a little bit. We caught that before the show, and we're like, no, we're not talking over that part. We got to let that play out. Ooh, I didn't know there was an all-in on that one.
There was an all-in from Skip with pocket jacks. They say there's 3 ways to play jacks, and all 3 of them are wrong.
Yeah. I haven't found the right move yet.
That was it. He went all in with it. He's either do or die, and it survived. Pocket jacks.
I got snap called when I shoved with my pocket jacks last time. I looked at him. I looked my opponent in the eye, and I said, "Ace King suited." He goes, "You wish." And he turns over aces, and I'm like, "You know, I do wish.
Yeah.
I do wish it was Ace King."
Wow.
Right.
Now ask me if I got lucky and caught my 2-outer. No.
Ah, yeah.
I can crack aces with pocket 4s, but with
I was
jacks,
about to say.
never.
If you would have
Never
said
with
he had
jacks.
aces, he probably would have cracked it, but you guessed wrong.
No, I got demolished.
Yeah, that happens
Like I was
sometimes.
supposed to.
Yeah, yeah.
I was short stacked, so I'm like, all right, jacks, let's give it a spin.
Right.
What's up, Skip? Squeeze him.
It's coming.
Squeeze him.
I guarantee there's no cream filling in those cards. Stop squeezing them so hard. They're expensive.
Oh, God. That's
Dun,
That's
dun,
Carlos' twine.
dun.
That's Carlos' twine coming in.
He really thought he was going to go walk there for a second. Bro, not for 5K. You're never getting a walk ever.
Well, he pumps it up right there. Get a nice little bet.
Almost there.
Patrick tried to limp in with 9-5. Brian said, not on my watch. It's a good raise there.
Carlos' twine coming in.
A lot of times, small blind versus big blind, they check, see if they can get something on the flop. But
Hey, did you see the
Brian's like, I have an ace. It's good enough for a raise.
That's that. You're on the table with this guy. What do you do?
He's like, oh shit, ace king on the button.
Good luck, Carlos.
This is hand number 9
They're
of
gonna
the
call
feature.
because I only have like 5
Feature
aces.
to final, not our final.
Correct.
Don't call it a final.
You got it covered or no?
They're all in the money, though. That's the good news.
Right. Nobody is going to go home empty-handed. The players agreed to take a small portion. I forget from where.
Oh, okay. And they paid everyone out.
So we got to skip hand for hand
All right.
when because we're paying 18 spots. When they got down to 19,
That speeds up the game.
right? Because it was going to be hand-to-hand over 3 tables.
Oof.
And pity the floor guy.
Right.
So when they agreed to, our floor man literally said, "Thank you guys. That's a blessing." Okay, keep playing.
Florida Mountain Man, how you doing, Bot Frank? Thanks for joining in us. Can you imagine that, the World Series of Poker, 2 different rooms, everyone's got, all the dealers got to stand up hand over hand.
Yeah.
And then that guy's got to run around and stop action and see 2 hands at the same time.
Well, I didn't last that long at the series that I played in, so thanks for rubbing it in.
Flush. Lock the minimum. Hey, good luck, fellas. That's how the pros play. Losing
Antoine the
minimum.
Don says smack dab. He may be a little disappointed to find Miss Nancy not on tonight's show.
Yeah.
Just us dudes.
Bro, I doubled.
Double?
Ace jack against
Yeah, no doubt.
We talked to him about it, and I don't know. There was some controversy
Right.
with his presence. Not on our end. We loved having him.
Yeah.
But apparently, it was. I don't know, some
Well, he was double
some other
booked.
guy who's like big on the internet, you know,
Uh-huh.
he thought it would be a good idea to call him out publicly on
did.
Twitter.
Right.
So we don't know. We will definitely look into it though. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best.
Oh, look, Steffi pops in for a
Damn,
little.
bro, I dropped 40% of my stack already since we moved down here. Oh, man.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey.
Yeah, they lost 2 players up at the other
Table, yeah.
So
Seat.
We are to the final table.
Oh, shit.
So our feature portion of feature to final didn't last very long. It
No.
lasted about 12 minutes.
I like seat 5.
I like to
And
move
so-
move it.
After a brief break here, stay with us.
Reshuffle.
We're just gonna have the players move seats around. Our production crew is gonna input new names, new numbers.
What do we got for entertainment coming up? Do we don't have a sheet for that, huh? Where's that sheet at?
We have our phones.
You want to jump
Check
online?
PBKC Twitter. I happen to know for a fact Adam Carolla,
Adam
formerly of
Carolla.
the Man Show, and of course the Adam Carolla Show, will be here March 22nd and 23rd. Head over to pbkennelclub.com for tickets and info. I like to think the good half of the Man Show, not that other guy who's on ABC now,
Right.
who's now all clean shaven and hosts the Oscars every frickin' year.
You don't want to mention his name?
No, I
Oh,
don't because
okay,
I don't
then
want
I
to give
won't
him the
do it.
publicity.
Okay, then I won't do it.
Yeah.
I heard he's retiring.
Let's
though.
let's just say he says a lot about
And they don't count.
equal rights on his other show, and I'm like, this from the guy who hosted the Man Show with girls jumping on trampolines. You're the new champion of this particular subject.
So you don't believe people could change their ways?
From girls jumping on trampoliines? No. That's a bit of a stretch. So anyway, we were talking about mints and smack dab with Miss Nancy. It's me and the Oak Tree today.
Yeah.
But if you tune in tomorrow
9, 8, 7.
Is Nancy on tomorrow?
for Ladies' Nights
Okay.
with Steffi Mo and Miss Nancy,
Bro, I didn't
For the
get
final table of
involved in
our,
any hand, bro. It's like,
Bounty.
Bounty,
Double,
yes.
Double green chip.
the
I like the
progressive bounty, not just bounty. The progressive bounty tournament.
It's not the
very
green.
popular.
It's not the double green chip. They switched it from the progressive to the double green chip the last couple
It
of
may
weeks.
be that, but it is still a bounty,
By the way,
Yeah.
I'm always on the final table on my phone.
and it's still ruthless. And if you're here for the pain, that's your show.
So we told Twan no phones, and he's like, "Well, I'm playing a game, guys. Let me play." He's playing 2 games.
To which he can play all he wants, just as long as he doesn't have the phone on the rail. See how he's doing that sidearm action. You can do the sidearm action.
Look at this, guys. 9 players now. We are a full table.
Yeah, I'm not sure Mint's double booked, like you said.
Yeah, he was supposed to be promoting.
No.
But
He didn't think he was going to get that far.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The
That's-
highlight of the tournament, the runner for quads, the
Yeah.
day before.
Right.
Otherwise, he doesn't make it to day 2, and
Yeah.
everything's cool.
right,
Bad wingman?
right. He was just having fun, and fun led him to be stuck in a tournament. And his boss, David, said, "Whatever
Yeah,
he makes,
that's
taking it right out of
yeah.
his salary just to give him punishment." Did you hear about that?
Yeah, but
You don't believe it?
Oh, everybody?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean it's not that I believe or don't believe it. It's just, I mean, you know that had to get settled behind closed doors. You know that,
Right.
right? Like they're not gonna like Twitter broadcast it, I
Who?
don't think.
He did.
I know he did, but. but
He put it publicly. He was like,
but if we get Mincy back for the next Moneymaker tour, which by the way we have dates for,
already.
Yes.
Yeah, they're already set.
hell yeah, we are gonna do our damnedest to get Mincy back. And if we do, we can ask him about it.
Right.
If he even wants to talk about it, he just might say, "No, shut up." leave me
Nah,
alone."
he's a good sport about it. Listen, that guy, you know, he's running good in life. I don't think he's worried about a couple of G's, but I think he took 30,000 home.
Congratulations, guys.
14.
We have locked up.
Yeah, it's 14. That's pretty good.
200.
Yeah, because he was up there with the leaders, and then he just.
If you're
It's like there's balance
Uh-huh.
with luck
Right.
to catch the runner quad to get to day 2. He kept getting rivered and rivered and rivered. He went from like second place to out in like a
Right.
35-minute stretch.
Yeah.
all right, let's roll.
New dealer in the box.
And it appears we're back to live action. All
Hey,
right.
guys.
The feature portion of the evening is concluded. Now, welcome to the final table of our 130 deep stack 10K guarantee. Just over 15,000 in the prize pool today.
I said bad luck to whoever sucked out the most in order to get here.
Anything good? Actually, didn't suck out. I didn't get a win. I had the best time.
She's like, "Start the clock. We're going."
We're going. We're moving. We're shaking.
Turn
Stuff
the
is
clock.
happening.
Okay, clock is good.
Yeah, thanks, Twan. Unofficial tournament director.
All right, bro. I'm gonna need some help, all right?
The blinds are at 10K, 15K. Brian raises it up to 30,000. Looks like. Graphics
30,000.
have not caught up yet. We're still plugging in the
Well,
new
they,
names.
They work hard. There's a
Yeah.
lot of new names, a lot of new seats.
Yeah.
New chip stacks. There's a lot going on.
See you guys at the hours later.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a word with
Started
Twan.
at 5.
About plugging.
Yeah, we don't plug other rooms here
Automatic disqualification.
unless they're partnered with us. Like
First round penalty.
mandatory big blind. You are now the big blind for the entire
My phone,
orbit.
bro, my phone is the actual important tournament. Damn, but I'm
There's a flop. I can see a 5 and a queen.
really bad.
That tall Josh, I'm sure, lurking somewhere.
Damn, somebody's got a fucking $800 bounty. On a 44.
So it looks like
um,
we're heads up here.
There's been no progress on the possibility of a dealer stream
Oh, yeah, I know.
because I do bother him about it every
So often?
once in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a couple months since I bothered him about
And
it,
what was
so
his comments?
We're working on it.
Okay.
I mean, the viewers want that show, and
It's one way to shut us
we
up.
want to do that show, but apparently there's some legal gymnastics to go through to get you that show.
Well, I mean, I know the other place have done employee no cash prizes, but there were prizes, and it was really
Right.
successful.
We're kind of working the charity event angle to see if we can get approval from the state.
Okay, that's
to kind
cool.
of get around it. We're trying.
Right.
I want the big stack to call me because he's gonna call me the whitest.
Because I've had several players tell me, you said this when I made this move. And
Oh, they want
you
to
said
see
you did it, right?
And they
They
want
want
the
to
player.
pick. They want to pick our games apart on the show.
That would
and-
be great.
and
to have the
honestly-
players commentate on us.
Yeah, I
That
don't
would
blame
be
them. It's
great.
like we kind of do analyze and pick the play apart a little bit. So I'm like, it's only fair. I mean,
That'd be
they
so
should
much
get to
fun.
pick our game apart.
Oak says you should always raise from the button. Look at him just folding all the
Right.
time. What a nit.
They're totally going to do that. That'll be great.
That would be fantastic.
Brian, raising it up.
2 hands in a row. Look at that. We got names now and cards.
Yep. With that KJ.
That's a hard spot for that hand right there under the gun.
That was a bad.
That's why you got to come out firing, because you got to clear the riffraff.
We played like 5 hands and I dropped.
Because I know when I have KJ, I don't want 8 people in the pot. I want, I want 1 caller, maybe 2.
I hate how you play that ace jack. I wish
With that, it's Modi on the small blind.
Yeah, that's a tough fold in the small blind.
He doesn't look like he wants to fold, though. Look at his,
Well, he made it 30. He's in for 10.
right.
So 70K in the pot. I wouldn't want to fold either. I mean, I probably would, but I definitely wouldn't want to.
Oh, he went for all of it.
Oh, wow, he's going for all of it.
Play
John-
the player.
Johnny B fold. So Brian's got to decide.
Is his hand
If
strong
he,
enough for a call? Right.
Right. Does he want to bet half his stack on this? He does have the better
I'm
hand.
too good at this game.
Did you win your hand online?
Yeah. They all folded. It would have been a jack high flop.
Modi sensed that Brian opened up light, which he was correct,
Right.
and put him to the pressure here.
This, I mean, a min raise. It doesn't exactly strike fear into your heart like he's got aces or
Right.
kings, like something like that. I mean, min raising at this stage of the tournament. But Brian, he's really agonizing over this one.
Yeah, he cut out the chips like he was about to make the call. He does. He makes
says,
it. Let's go.
He says,
wow.
let's play. Ace 10 for Brian, not KJ.
Boys.
And then ladies, not Queen 9.
Oh, that's a whole different story.
Right, we got told the story, but here's the real story.
Those graphics are off.
And
And
the river.
quick run out.
Ooh, nope. And
Modi holds up.
He just wanted to
I've
see.
never been those 10.
No.
I don't know.
He wanted to stare from above.
well, the graphics got the winner right because the graphics think Modi had a straight
Right.
instead of
Just
pocket pair.
queens, right.
I mean, he still wins. The chips are right. So we're just
How-
gonna pretend that didn't happen.
How interesting when you look at the way I was looking at it, like Modi was making a good read, but no, he had a good hand. He had queens.
He had a better hand than
Yeah.
we thought, and
Raise, I 3-bet.
so did Brian.
Jam, I said fuck it.
There's another difference. You play good.
Man, I mean, that's just interesting.
That 10 could have been
Yeah,
the
that's
ace,
gonna give me
bro. You
trust
just hit
issues
the wrong card.
going forward.
Tank too long, that's why.
All right, Brett with the mystery hand.
Oh, he got your ass with the tank, huh?
Too much Hollywood for 130.
3 closes kind of flashed, so she exposed it for everybody.
Clubs. Flash. Ah!
Oh, wow.
Just lost a big one though.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody said anything about that in the chat, but I can tell. They're thinking, Matt, never do that again.
Oh, shit, we got aces in the big blind.
Remember the graphics for that show used to be on a little
I love that movie. It's so great.
Yo, they're going to be going for
Reminds me of childhood, because that's when I saw it. I was like 6 years old.
Oh,
I
yes.
thought it was like the best thing ever.
Black aces. With
In the big blind.
Yeah.
How didn't you hear him say it 4 times? Black aces in the big blind. Black aces in the big blind.
They all folded. Oh, my motherfucker. Oh, fuck, what the fuck? I'm on tilt, bro.
Give him a walk.
And here's Johnny with ace 4, maybe. I mean, it's just 5K to call into a 75K pot. I mean,
Your flop is 659. They call that a rainbow because all the suits are different.
That was unfortunate. The guy in the small blind had a $270 bounty.
Yeah, doesn't really hit anybody hard. Brian got a 9 out of it. Turn card, a 3. Somehow, even less help. It does give Johnny a gutter, though. Or rather, open-ended, deuce or 7.
Yeah, he let out for 30. Brian calls for 30K now. Maybe a little shell shock from the last hand he just played. There's your 6. What does Johnny do now?
Well, he definitely can't check. He's got to tell a story.
He bet, and it looked like he got called for showdown.
Yep.
Ain't no good.
Brian didn't believe his story.
Ain't no good. You said it looked like a straight for a second, which is true. It's possible, but
Right.
That was
I said he was open-ended.
that was I'm still the sheriff around here call.
Tired today, Skip. Not at 100 today. I'm very tired.
Twan is the sheriff.
no.
Seriously, if that guy comes rapping on your door to serve you, I mean, are you going to be scared of him?
I didn't want to call 10 big there.
We have some this week?
I don't know. Ask Uncle Mike. Oh shit. I forgot we're on stream.
So what?
We are hand number 12. The blinds are at 10K, 15K, with a 15K ante.
Harris.
If you're just tuning in now, first place is
Where the flip have you been?
$4,080. Second place, $2,520. Third place, $1,814. Fourth place, $1,329. Fifth place drops down to just under 1,000, which is $991. Sixth place, $752. Seventh place, $581. Eighth place, $456. And then if you get busted next, you'll get $365 cash. We pay you cash dollars. That's what we do.
It was actually pretty cold the time that I was here. Every day was cold.
Because they made sure that the AC was working for the moneymaker event. Now that there's nobody here, they're like, oh, whatever.
Lucky
Not
you
for the
guys are
130.
coming back anyway. We
Dude,
didn't
I
even
played
know.
on stream for 4 days. That's pretty
Straight?
I wonder what bad hand I'm about to stare at this time.
Twan commentating about his own play. I like it.
Yeah, it makes my job easier.
But he instant mucks though.
Bad pitch.
It was the dirty diaper. 3 deuce.
I've been
7
doing
at
it
the aisle.
I've been doing it for what? 20 weeks?
It's been that long?
It's been that long?
Johnny for the cutoff. Queen 10 raises up to 40,000.
And if Miss Nancy were here, she'd say he's about to run smack dab into ace queen.
I know. Brian just an okie dokie smooth call. Let me see what's going on here.
Yeah, nobody want to bust. It's still 13.
Still got
And
2
Brett
players.
wondering what's going on here.
Yeah. Is he priced
He's
in?
sitting here with his Kansas City Chiefs hat wondering what would Taylor Swift do.
What would she do? She would celebrate with a concert. And Butch with 5 deuce. Oh, worst hand possible, but he's going to come along.
4-way affair.
I'm priced in, Johnny.
Somebody
The
steal
price is right, Bob. There's your flop. All the hearts.
Ooh. Not a single red card among them.
All right?
Among the players.
How about that? Check, check. If it goes to Brian, he's going to fire. There it is. I knew it.
I mean, I certainly would.
Yeah. Not afraid of the heart. Got to have heart.
Yeah, we're 9-handed.
Juan giving us a player update.
Only for you, man. It's not getting this far.
Yeah, everything going like this. It just goes like.
I put it for the whole thing.
The terrible flop. Terrible. Terrible.
Tell them the 9
It is a terrible flop. When you don't have any heart
No.
in your hand.
No, no.
Hard to represent there.
I heard there's a thing called ICM.
What's that?
I don't know.
Who do you see?
So Brian was one of our finalists on the Moneymaker final tournament. He lost to I think he had Ace King versus Ace 10. Ian sucked out a 10, obviously. And then he lost 2 hands later after that. He was knocked out of the tournament.
Right.
But if he wins that flip, Ian's knocked out of the tournament. Ian took second, by the way. You know.
Yeah.
And it's a big pay jump. But our little guy, Brian, went to Chicago, jumped right on the bandwagon for the tournament. They had one in Chicago somewhere. And he played into a $600 mystery bounty tournament and pulled a 10K mystery bounty.
What?
Yeah, boy's running good.
Drinks are on him, buddy.
First place for the main event, the Moneymaker, was $121,000. Pretty chunk of change. And they're coming back in May. Exciting. This tournament you're watching is a 130 10K. Right there on the bottom, it's correctly 130 deep stack 10K guarantee. Got close to 15,000. No, got over 15,000. 15,100.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, which is beautiful. Single day tournament, good pay, good ROI, as they call it, return on investment.
It takes some talent to make a
A complete whiff, that board. To Twan with his queen kicker to go with his 8.
most cookies are
Sometimes the first one who bets wins, but it went check all the way down, and king queen will take it down there. Good for showdown value.
Alright, you're gonna play that way. I know where you were.
Nah, I just gave it to you.
Stop
What do you
messing
mean?
with my girl like that, alright? You heard me?
Remember, first time you deal, I teach you a little bit, yeah?
seems like
Oh, yeah?
past couple months we played a lot of final tables. Skip makes a lot of final tables.
Yeah, there's
Oh, shit, we got our GG for real now. Black 10s on the button.
it's another reason players should be nice
I
to
just
dealers
hero
right
forward the
there.
ace 10, bro. Button
'Cause,
10, small blind snap call.
Every now and then,
They sell?
players try to deal.
Come on,
And I knew a lady that would give me grief every time I dealt to her.
Right.
But then she's like, hey, I'm going to deal this bar game. You know, I'm filling in for somebody. Come out and, like, you know, be supportive. And I was like, oh, I'll be there.
Diamond.
Then you picked her apart every time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. We doubled.
I wasn't too mean about it, but I did make my point. I'm like, not as easy as we make it look, is
True.
it?
That's true. A really good dealer, veteran dealer, has all those mechanics automated. Makes it look so simple. Here's your flop 5 deuce tray. Patrick's got a piece when open-ended here. Gonna fire out.
I'm 8.
And it might take it down. Nobody
As it
has
says,
anything
Vince
else.
doing live events days are numbered. Well, we're going to fight that notion. We're going to try to get him back here.
Yeah, where'd you
So
get
we'll
that?
see what happens.
Where'd you get that information from, huh?
There were 1,300 players. We're down to the final 12.
He's his old man. He can do whatever he wants to.
Whatever. I do what I want.
GG Poker. ACR is not good enough to have an online app, phone app. How you playing GG Poker?
Twan, stop plugging online.
So I raised to like 32,000.
Yeah, I don't trust ACR.
He calls. The other 2 guys go away.
Guy,
Surprised I
guys.
haven't updated that yet. Like,
Flop Rainbow. 3, 4, 6.
there's some laptops that you can't download.
I got my 7.
You're supposed to download the OS.
So I make a good bet.
Skip telling a bad beat story? Is that what we're listening to?
What?
And he calls. No problem.
All in.
A poker player with a
Oh.
bad beat story.
How is that even
How
possible?
original. I've never heard one of those.
I cash you guys.
Let's see if Twan shows the Kennel Club hand the proper respect. Wow, no hesitation.
Snap
Mucks it
fold.
immediately.
All right, Skip. I think you're going to have to play this one, right?
Even on that one site you were playing.
Once
I
a count.
mean,
End of story.
players, they want to move up that payout ladder, so.
Ran 2.
King high flush.
He isolates. He'll go all. It doesn't flat call. He just goes all in.
Right.
Gets Johnny out of the way.
Ace Jack against
Suited.
fours.
So it's a pair versus 2 overcards.
It's a fair fight.
105?
So my 9 had a shot.
She's running it like
Ooh, damn. Wow, where's the fire?
she's running it like it's a cash game.
Bam, bam, bam.
Somebody tell her to slow down for a second there. All right.
And, well, Brett, you have been eliminated. Please take your torch and leave the island.
Go see the guy at the podium.
My mom's like, oh, you're in the final table with the cheetah.
She said seat open. Like we're going to fill it with a player.
Where did I go?
Savage.
You're in the final table with the cheetah.
My roommate's watching this thing.
There are your payouts, everybody.
I'll see you.
Brett's out in ninth at 363.
What are you talking about?
No, it's human shuffler.
I remember back in the days we used to say,
That's why you
player
did it.
down.
Please tell me.
They
Yeah.
told us to stop
I
saying that.
caught so many death glares from players, and I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to say. We don't take it personal. And then management finally said, okay, don't say, because you know, a lot of rooms started doing seat open, so they're
Right.
like, yeah, don't say player down anymore, say seat open. But now that's starting to grate on some players a little bit. Whenever I say it, they're like, you know, they kind of grumble.
Dealer's got somewhere to be. I agree with you, Mod. She just go right through the hands. Like, come on, man. We
Well,
need.
we're trying to hype up, like, okay, if this hits, and nope, she's just like, rip. Forget y'all.
When she goes on break, I'll have a little word with her.
Well, you better be a quick word because
Yeah, she's
she'll be out.
right.
You'll start to talk to her like, hello, and she already gone.
10,000 for first. $44 buy-in.
Jeremy does not. Let's see if he plays that.
From the big blind,
that
does he
suited-
defend?
the suited Nintendo?
300 spots? Like, no, 190 spots. 1,300 players registered.
He calls.
10 grand?
Now he's playing with power.
Well, you know, I think he has spot odds. If he does hit, it will be disguised. 10 trade 9. Good for Modi.
Ran super efficiently, so that's why
Excellent.
most talented player out.
It's always nice to flop top set.
Go check the ICM box.
Oh,
Slow playing. That was slick.
Slick.
That was slick right there. Just hang on, uncheck.
Johnny's got
Now let's
middle
add
piece.
to the. You better not raise.
Done with 12 bigs.
You were so slick. Look at him Hollywood in it too. He's not gonna snap. He's not gonna snap the call.
Yeah.
He's not gonna snap the raise.
Got a decision. How do I?
Hollywood it a little bit.
how
like,
do I act
man,
like I
can I
gotta
hit? Can I hit my heart draw?
Yeah.
You know, that's what he's saying. He's like, I don't know if I can call that much and chase my heart.
What are you waiting for?
And then he calls. He calls, right?
Should, right. You should.
He calls.
He
right?
should.
Like it's agonizing to chase.
44 bucks.
You probably say,
Yeah, but there was like fuck. Oh, sorry.
No, don't you dare raise. Don't you dare raise.
Raise, 25.
He doesn't want to see the hearts come out.
how do you not rip there? What are you waiting for? You're going to get
Raise
it
under the gun, bro.
Was that a snap call?
Snap call?
I would have fucking jammed it.
I might have to call shenanigans here. 5-0 spades on the turn.
Looked like the turn card was out there before the chips were in the pot.
Right.
What is she doing?
Damn.
Okay, Modi has the check mark. He cannot lose unless he folds.
If the graphics are correct.
Yeah, thanks for that disclaimer. Appreciate you. Okai's got my back.
And here's the thing about calling 100K with the only 100K behind. What do you do on that the turn of
See,
the river?
Right. That's why I didn't like the raise last round.
Right.
Because Johnny was driving the action. So keep letting him drive it until he checks. Then, then adjust your play, on the next round.
Aces on straight.
Well, he's in the
See,
blender now.
Johnny's thinking, and then you don't want him thinking if he's betting, You want him betting. You want him throwing chips in that pot.
Folded a good pair, so now I can get better pair.
I'm about to get sucked out on.
I don't like the argument.
Because assuming the graphics are correct, he's got second pair with an ace,
Right.
which is not
So his bounty don't
a
matter.
heck of a whole lot.
I mean, he's gonna cook.
And Johnny's got to wonder, well, does he have a 10? He has more than that.
Well, the
but-
conundrum is now what he has left over and what the pot value is there. Like,
Right.
how do you fold now, right?
He folded.
that is true as well.
He opened, folded.
The graphics here include the bet amounts, even though they're not part of the active pot yet. So the more accurate pot number is 380.
He makes the call. He can't. Yeah, he can't fold. Well,
Finish
he could.
him.
Second pair.
Oh, ace 10. Okay.
Yeah,
And
draw-
not ace 9.
drawing
Still,
dead.
though, drawing dead. Even if the graphic was correct.
15 more?
Oh, it is ace 9. Okay, the graphic was correct.
Just don't put a deuce or a 7 up there.
What do you mean?
Deuce or
Twan's
7.
like, you're not dead. I'm like, no,
There's a lot of
he's
wasted movements here.
he's deader than Kenny in the first season of South Park.
Sure, with the flush
I
draw.
thought that was the button.
And
Alright, Johnny.
so,
Nice hand.
2. Gambling. Shoving players gone.
Thank you.
That was my seat.
7 lucky winning players
Folding
left.
queens. And then
It's a good way to look at it, right?
Get a little Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory reference in there.
Eric in the box.
Now we've got our chip counts. As you can see, of our remaining players, 4 of them are in the danger zone.
With that last hand, Modi jumps up to 830K, the chip leader on the table. Brian with our VPIP.
Is that me?
The best of the best.
VPIP voluntarily put in pot. Hand number 18, blinds are still at 10K, 15K.
For now.
Yeah, nice little structure we got going here. The tournament started at 11:15. I believe the registration is up to level 6. Or is that correct?
Yes.
So you got
I was
like
gonna
2
say no
hours.
because this is a shifting kind of tournament. We
Right,
started with 20-minute levels, then they went to 30 minutes.
correct. Yeah,
I was about to say 4, but I was like, no, we started at 20-minute levels.
yeah. The
The point I'm
structure
trying to make is 2 hours. The first 2 hours of tournament play, registration is open.
open, yeah.
And
so.
then until the end of the break after that. So a smidge over 2 hours. If you
Correct
can't
the
be
mundo.
at the Action Palace right when we get started, that's okay. People run late.
I
like the
Got to convince your boss you're going to take a late lunch, and then you come down here and
check
play.
jammed on the turn.
So here's pocket
PBKC
tens.
is not responsible for any jobs that are terminated. You will lie to your boss.
Back-to-back pocket tens. Will Jeremy get just as lucky? But he went all in here. Whole different play.
Yeah, and Modi's like, I don't have the 10s this time. I can't call you. and it's a call.
I'm going to work.
What happened?
So ace nine of diamonds versus pocket tens. And look at this dealer. Look at the way he spreads it out for us.
Building the drama, setting the stage so we can get some good theater.
I have pocket sixes.
Aces
2 diamonds.
versus
2 diamonds. 2
10s.
diamonds.
And it's a 10.
set of
Wow, the
10s back.
10s are demolishing.
Wow. Just for fun.
Yeah,
there's a 9
that's just-
first.
running 9s will not help you, bro.
Nope.
Bro, I just got in with ace.
And
queen,
Patrick.
small blind against ace 9.
Out of the hijack. Got eliminated.
Eliminated in 7th place.
For as many times I've been streaming, I think that's the first time back-to-back
Back
pocket
to
tens,
backs.
pocket sets, pocket eliminations.
Against the same hand, ace 9.
That's what I'm saying.
oh.
That's crazy. It's like the deck was set or something. What are you doing? Hey, I got him covered. Yeah. We just got to make sure we're all on the up and up here. First time I've ever seen that on the stream.
All right.
Why you pull pocket sixes?
So Jeremy gets himself out of the danger zone.
11.
2 players on the bottom, Brian and Twan. Best of buds, sharing the same stack size, 305.
305, Miami style.
I didn't feel
Let
so
me know
good.
if y'all want
I
an
didn't need it,
ICM.
but I'm saying the
I
fact
gotta
that
go
it
to
still
work.
came out.
Bottom one says 1099 ready.
Bottom room.
Yeah. When I throw 2 cards, the bottom one goes to you.
Huge online, I don't have to pay shit because it's all Bitcoin.
Hand number
All right,
19.
20 big blinds. For a
Blinds have
shorter
just
stack.
gone up.
Yep.
Cash out for a 9K a day.
So to the players, our graphics do not include the big blind ante in the big blinds. So
4K a day.
that's why we have our cutoff for the danger zone at 20 big blinds, because in reality you have 10.
Not for like heat game
Because you gotta put up double.
service or something different, but
Makes a lot's in trouble.
Give you money for a service.
Begging for a piece of that bubble.
Ace queen again.
I'm an 80s kid, sue me.
price pick
Queen again
is
with
now
11
locked into
bigs.
Florida now, the price pick.
Yeah.
So, which I had money in there.
This is advocate of when the field gets smaller, your range opens up a little bit
Yes,
because
it has
I
to.
have a game ID, so
blinds come around quicker. 6-handed now. Conversation on the table still active. I like it.
I never felt old till I turned on the oldie station, and I kid you not,
And liked all the
I
songs.
heard "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N'
Got Queen
Roses.
10. No 10.
Hold'em fan, what's the game? This is No Limit Hold'em,
Limit
Texas
Hold'em.
tournament, baby.
Deep stack style,
You front fly boy?
Yes.
one and done, 10K guarantee, six-handed.
Yes. We just doubled, bro.
Big,
Through,
right?
through the chip leader.
Oh, you're about to win that freaking.
The phone is more important than
Never gonna understand that. Man.
The three biggest news
No,
stories
my
of the
biggest
day:
cash out
the
online.
sky is blue, water's wet, and Twan is talking smack at the final table.
I'm sitting second out of everybody right now.
That's awesome.
It's like Harrison Gibble. His biggest cash on line was $1 million.
He blew smoke in my face.
How much you got?
25 bigs.
Your first and chip.
Second.
Actually, Twan, you have 10 bigs.
My ace big didn't hold.
He's seriously overestimating his bigs here.
He's talking about his online game.
Okay.
Jack on the turn, but I have a royal flush draw.
And how are you going to play 6-5? Like that?
Like, they were suited.
I like suited connectors, you know? They're tricky.
Well, short stacked in a game like this, they might not be so great, especially in that position.
No, I would definitely agree. I definitely agree with you there. There's definitely a hand you play from the button.
Right, the
Play
button,
possession.
it's a little tastier.
Yeah, yeah.
In one day.
That's what I get for skipping lunch. Everything it's tasty.
Take down the WW, bro.
Wow.
Raise to
Queen,
75.
ace 10. These are some pretty solid starting hands.
Right. And it was no pause. Butch
yeah,
called.
exactly.
It's
I'm like, there's going to be some hurt feelings on this one.
3 ways to the flop. Nobody's believing Brian right now. He's got the best of it
To
so
be
far.
fair, has he really done anything to make you think he's a believable kind of guy?
He hasn't been playing spewing, though. He's folded a lot of hands. I've seen him, you know. 8-4-8 doesn't help anybody.
No.
First one, the fire should win this one. Let's see if the C-bet comes out.
You are the man for that, my
There it is.
I don't care what
You don't
we
always
do.
have to have the
It's
best
gotta
hand to
be-
win.
Right. It's got to be big enough to scare him. Is that 65?
I think you're correct. I think it's 65K.
65,000.
Yep. Dealer announces 65,000.
Not sure that's enough to scare him out.
Uh-oh.
The irony is Brian thinks he's bluffing, but right now he's bluffing with the best hand.
No, he turned his hand into a bluff, but it's actually the best hand of the
right,
three.
He's got the cards for now, anyway.
An ace on the turn would spell disaster
Yeah, for Butch.
for Butch, right? He's
Right.
really look. He's like it's
Ace
not-
on the turn, Brian would be like, "Happy birthday to me."
He's correct. He's correct at this point right here that Brian does not have an 8 in his hand,
Right.
which is correct. But
That's
he folds. Okay.
yeah. You could make the exact read on a player.
Button jams, I'm going to call him for
Be like, he doesn't have an 8, and I'm like, that's true, he doesn't.
Right.
But you gotta have at least something, I think,
That's how you actually play that hand.
to challenge him on that assertion.
It don't matter.
Like even if it's just something like small pair or an open-ended straight draw, it's like it's one thing to make the right read. He doesn't have an 8, but when you've got
We should have hit the ace.
nothing,
I think we should have both hit the ace.
Right. And if called, you got the
Right.
worst of the nothing.
you
so.
got right. You got to have at least a little something
Yeah.
if you're gonna
I had it.
go around saying liar, liar, pants on fire.
Right. If not the chip leader to put someone
Exactly.
to the pressure, right? To have the stack size to go with it.
Unfortunately, I can't do that when three-handed.
Good job, ace jack.
He's not wrong.
I was ahead. I bet with the best.
This is the portion where we look at our whole cards, don't like them, and we fold.
But that's part of the game.
Brian.
Hard to blame him. A lot of these, not like last hand,
Yeah.
where everybody had some really good starting hands. These hands are da-do.
Check.
10-8, Butch, and Twan checks.
Juan gets to play his
Jack
Jack
deuce.
Deuce for free. Fantastic.
Queen 5, Queen. Check.
Oh,
Jack
so-
got there.
yep.
Hello.
35,000.
Oh, he picked the wrong time to
No,
make
he's
the
got
pass.
a gut shot with
Oh,
double
yeah.
diamonds. He's got a lot of draws.
Juan hit that turn.
But a brick on the river, 7. No good. Yeah, he's going to check here. No. He's going to fire out, try to steal it.
Tuan is coiled. Strike, 3x.
Oh.
Pardon?
Yeah, Butch took a stab there. And Tuan didn't like his kicker, so he folded.
What kicker? There's a pair of queens on there.
His kicker was a deuce.
No, his kicker doesn't exist because there was a pair of queens.
But if Butch had Butch let out on the turn.
Right.
So he could have had a Jack King, Jack 10, could have had a bigger Jack.
Now, Tuan is one of the shorter stacks right now, so that bet might have factored into his decision. But he checked every street until Tuan hit his Jack.
I know.
So I'm not saying I would have called it. I would have been suspicious. I'd have been like, well, you checked it all the way up to now.
It would have been a good call.
Yeah.
But I can see the reason why he folded there. I mean, it's
I'm
Jack deuce.
I'm like, he might have slow played a queen,
Yeah.
but with more chips, I think he calls. Just to see.
Butch was happy with his play, you know. He
Of
did
course,
not,
yeah, absolutely.
but he didn't let up, though, on the river when he bricked, though. He could have just checked it down and lost the hand.
Yeah.
So he won there by being aggressive.
Just saying, I've seen a lot of Tuan's play. His range is big, and he tends when he's in pots to go for him. I'm just saying I was surprised that he folded.
He is distracted though. He is distracted. He's not.
Oh, right. He's got his phone out
right.
there.
Yeah, he's playing 2 games at once, so he's not his 100% Tuan. In the small blind, checks the skip.
I don't know, man. It's I guess it's a very fun way to play. It's not very business.
No, I agree with you.
Because with real money at stake, I'm like, you know what? My attention needs to be undivided.
He's more concerned with what's on his phone, and that's okay. It's his life, you know. We're all just viewers.
Right. I love seeing that at the table when I'm playing. The distracted stuff, he's only half focusing. I'm like, give me a table full of those guys.
100 agree with you. Yeah, people who are like, you know, watching.
Wait, he bet when?
Right. We made it to hand number 23. Blinds are at 10K, 20K. Brian looks down at King 3 suited.
50K in orbit. This game will cost you at this point.
Right now, yeah. Every round you can pick up 50K.
Don't be fooled by these big numbers in some of these stacks. A run of bad cards do you in quick.
Both that or double up and get right back into this match.
Exactly.
I was in this table for 4 days straight.
Brian's saying he's got comfortable being on this final table because he's been on there 4 days straight when he was on the Money Maker tour.
Yeah. Why can't I run that good?
No lie.
I rarely get my run goods to carry over into the next day.
That is such a big proponent of
right.
multi-day
I'm like,
you got to run good 2 days, 3 days.
Man. I've had days where I've run sensational, and then
the next day they
I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat the next day.
So they both have a piece here. Now, with the turn card, Jeremy just picked up a straight draw to go with his top pair. And went check to the river.
That's a surprise,
yep. Baby! Hit it out the ballpark. Run the bases.
Wrong.
He's just trying to get the max value.
Right.
Here.
He's like, how can I extract some chips out of Brian?
He went check down.
Yeah, he was.
He set the trap. It didn't work. Brian didn't try to steal it.
Brian's like, yeah, you're gonna have to get tastier bait than that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to bet your own hand, but I think because they checked the turn card, that he was gonna check the river. Like, if Brian showed some aggression, then you check there, hoping that the player who's showing aggression is gonna try to steal it.
I try not to set too many traps.
Right, yeah.
When I play.
You step into your own trap. Ah,
right.
That's my leg.
Like the other guy catches a card because I was slow playing it. So.
Yeah. That's true too. That's a good adage.
But if you're playing against like really aggressive players with some wide range, traps are great.
Right.
But Brian sussed out that trap like a mile away.
Hey, bottom pair of 3. What can he beat there, you know?
Right.
So
You're being so nice. You're like, hopefully.
I'm just saying, if he had showed him his cards, Brian likely would have said, yeah, no doing.
No, exactly.
All right, here's Twan. Looks like he's
All in.
all it in with his king queen.
10.5 big blinds.
I don't hate it.
It gets through. He
But
picks up.
here's the dark side of that. You kind of want somebody to call you, but
Kind of did.
with these cards here,
He was racking
careful,
up his chips.
buddy,
No.
careful. He threw in his cards. It's
Other
like, don't let
players
him
like, I
touch
didn't
the money.
release yet. Tricky there.
I just ripped it in front of into the chip leader. He raised my big blind, small blind forward, rip. He fold. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about right here. I was like,
I was like, right, that's what I saw. He went all in. Took down the antes and blinds there. Yeah, at this stage of the tournament, even if you don't double up, picking up a round.
the hands are playing out, you just keep getting.
No. You
Very
have
important.
to play
Hand number 25. Blinds are 10K, 20K.
the chip leaders.
I thought you are the chip leader.
Queen 9 suited.
No, I'm third. Oh shit! Final table.
Twan excitedly announcing final table while he's at the final table. So
You've been playing.
anybody have that on your watch at home bingo card?
Get to final table the whole time.
Okay, now we final table, bro.
With Elkie doing a crazy
Yes, we've been final table for some time, Twan.
What do they roll
For about 45 minutes, I'd say.
They make the average stack 40 bigs.
Really?
So now the
60,000 raised.
so now the chip leader has a big advantage.
You're playing how much?
That's sick, bro.
Those at 400, correct?
All right, Brian getting right back into the game. Exactly. What are your chip stack? How much are you playing? Those are good questions to ask when you're facing a bet raise here.
It's probably
Modi raised to 65K with King Jack, and Brian wants to defend here with Jack 7.
600 right now.
Creative.
Yeah, that's.
because it's super top heavy.
I only say this because I can see the hands, and I know I'm like Jack 7 against King Jack.
Not so good.
Brian, be like Elsa. Let it go.
Yeah.
Nah, he going to play.
They don't allow it.
Oh, he listened to you. The voice of reason.
I was gonna open this hand, but it's your big blind.
You know what I mean? Yep.
There's a saying, there's a good wolf and a bad wolf sits on your shoulder. Which one do you listen to? The one you feed the most.
Good hand, I will let you know.
No, Queen 9 suit is a little
If I
wild.
have a good hand, I will let you know.
What's up, Steph? You lost?
Yeah, I'm gonna rip it. There's no way.
Steffi briefly visiting us here at the broadcaster's table.
We're friends, but we're here.
But you can catch Steffi Mo in action along
Tomorrow
with Miss
night.
Nancy.
Ladies' night.
Yeah, for the final of our bounty tournament.
Is there a way to get crystal ball, like disco ball, like graphic? I don't know.
Anybody want to chop?
A disco ball.
Yeah, ladies' night at the club, the Action Palace. No. You don't get it?
I'm just wondering where you've actually seen a disco ball. That wasn't like in a movie or on TV since like 1973.
It's a graphics. It just pops down. Little
okay.
lights go everywhere.
You might be right.
Seriously, these kids today. Have you talked to these kids today?
No,
Show them a
it-
disco ball. They'll be like, "What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Is that ball ride at the Epcot?" I'm like, "Yes, it's the ball ride at the Epcot."
Small blind versus big blind. Brian wakes up with A6 offsuit.
We can look at the numbers and then we can decide.
Twan pushing hard.
Wow,
for
just
the
out of
chip
nowhere.
chop.
Chip chop, yeah.
No.
He's brokering. He's trying to cut a deal.
He's one of the shortest
It has.
stacks.
I was gonna say it has nothing to do with the fact he's the shortest stack at the table. So don't read too much into it.
Anyway, check on the flop. Brian fires out on the turn.
With a better hand. Again, no chance he knows that.
I'm last. I only have like
5-6 Trey King on the turn. 2 spades, 2 clubs.
Butch is like, you know what? Nah.
Yeah, Queen High's
I've
not
had
good
enough.
enough. Yeah.
So you guys want to look or not yet?
The shortest stack saying, "Do you want to look?" They're looking all right, Twan. They're looking at you.
You'll regret that, he says.
Like
No. I just said, all right, motherfucker.
Never hurts to try when you're short like that, you know, get some extra equity for your tips.
I get a point.
Because what is the next payout? 6th place. Guys, 6th place would get $752.
You want to look at the numbers and then we got
A chop would probably get him into the 1,000 range.
I'm probably going to give up the freaking most because
Oh, he said he'll give up some equity, give up the most. All right. Hand number 27. Will we make it to 50? Good question, huh?
We can look and then
Oh.
decide what kind of numbers you guys want.
I was wondering about that, Johnny.
I just said I want 35.
Yeah, but I'm saying you gotta look at the numbers first.
I don't know if he's.
And Steffi Mo was just here. I was going to be like, Steffi, go tell them that.
Oh. Johnny, you played excellent tonight. Unfortunately, sometimes the cards do that. Thanks for joining us on the chat. You want to see who wins?
Yeah, that's sportsmanlike of you.
See what happens.
It's really rare that you see Johnny with J-O-H.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit.
That's the reason why we
Yeah.
spell like that, Johnny. So
It was likely a typo by our graphics guys. And ooh, Modi raised with 5s. Twan's got 10s.
if he thinks his name is spelled wrong sometimes, you should check out mine. Oktay, spelled O-K-T-A-Y. People say Oktay. I'm like, that's not even close.
right. No, it's how it's spelled.
That's
though.
how it's spelled. Yeah,
Right.
that's how it's spelled.
Yeah. Did you know Ferris's name isn't even Ferris?
Ferras.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Everyone calls it Ferris.
No,
yeah.
when I met him, I looked at his name
Right?
tag.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Ferris. I'm like, and I looked again, and I almost asked him, "Are you sure?" Because one of my favorite Brat Pack movies is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
no, Ferris is
Great
spelled
movie.
F-E-R-R-I-S,
Right.
not F-I-R-I-S. And then years later, he's like, well, everybody calls me that. That's not actually my
Brian
name.
thinking about calling from the dealer button with ace-9 to knock out his buddy Twan.
Yeah.
He's got the chips to do it, and he's got to pull the trigger. It's only one overcard, but he doesn't know that yet.
Nope. So he asked me, he's like, well, how would you pronounce it if you had to guess? I said, Ferris.
Russ. Oh.
He's like, that is my name. Why didn't you call me that? I'm like, you told me it was pronounced Ferris when we met. What am I going to do, argue with you?
So it looked like Brian raised from the button, and then Twan jammed all in for 260K with pocket 10s. And now he's got 2 diamonds thinking about making a call here, debating it to himself.
Hey.
You have like
What
8,
happened?
right?
No.
Well, you got a fan. They're asking for you. They don't ask
Travis, my man, yeah, probably tomorrow, definitely. Tonight might be. I have to work tonight, so. But thanks
Yeah.
for asking.
for me.
They know where I go.
Right.
You know where you can find me if you don't like the
Yeah.
way I deal.
Yeah, I can't play there.
No?
No.
Why?
I threw myself out of there.
Oh,
like, no,
okay.
there's nothing legally like stopping me. I can go and play if I want. But, there were some shenanigans that I'm salty about at that place, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna play here anymore.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, since I can't play at the Action Palace,
Right.
yeah.
No, I tipped a dealer, and another player had a problem with me tipping him that much because I just beat him in a pot. And I called him out. I said, well, you stiffed the dealer on that massive pot.
Nice.
So he called the floor over and said I was harassing him.
Oh, salty.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? No. And the floor took his side. Because
That's
I
terrible.
grabbed another chip out of my stack, another Redbird, and I said, oh, hey, this is from the cheapskate down there that says I shouldn't tip you.
So you won the
yeah,
hand
I
of
did.
needles with the tip.
I showed him up, yeah, and I guess he didn't like that.
No, some
So-
people don't like that at all.
So, yeah, he was about to ask me to leave the floor guy. And I said, you know what? If you're going to throw just because he said so, you don't ask me, you don't ask the dealer. I said, you know, I'll throw myself out.
That's
And I
crazy.
just won't come back. I'm like, I'll play somewhere else. That's cool.
5, 4.
I apologize.
So Brian with the raise here while the conversation continues.
So many.
Jack 9 for 50,000.
It could be Queen 9.
Fitty.
Skip looking at his Jack 4 suited. They're suited.
They're suited.
Nah, he lets it go.
Right. It is easier to play Jack 9.
I would say so.
Right. Than Jack 4.
But as casually he does it though, with the conversation still playing, actually implies that his hand is stronger than it is.
Doesn't it look good?
He's at 35. It's not even near 35.
No, he's.
Man, I love that dealer's tournament. Gosh, got to make that happen.
Yeah, it's fingers crossed. I mean, like I said, the players downstairs, whenever I'm dealing, they talk about it. They're like, when are we getting it? When are we getting it? And I'm like, you'll know as soon as I know, guys. And I said, I'm pestering Josh about it all the time.
and the players commentating. Oh my God!
Yeah, I know.
The
They're
carnage.
Like, how does he fold that? I mean, and he says I fold too easy. Look at this guy throwing the nuts away.
King Jack suited.
they're
Why
gonna-
would he play that hand?
I know,
Oh,
they're-
so silly. He raises.
They're going to tear us apart.
They would
dude.
have a great time.
Some of us will get worse than others because I've had players say us who I'm not going to mention
Uh-huh.
on the stream. The one I hear the most about, you could probably guess.
Okay. Yeah. I try to be
Right.
Most of the time when I say something, like in my opinion, I always say something.
Right.
I never judge anybody because listen, this is the funniest part about poker is anyone can play their style, their money. So I never condemn anyone. You know, if it works and wins, great. However, the catch-22 is that there's a lot of luck in this game. It's the only game where you can play correctly and still lose.
You can make every move
Yes.
perfectly correct
and still get beat up.
and get your head handed to you.
Right.
Not some machine.
Real. Feel cards.
But there's a lot of skill
Right.
involved. That's
It's
what I was
not
about
like
to say.
football where, hey, we got 10 touchdowns. The other guy's got nothing. Oh, so you lose anyway. This crazy lucky thing. They had like the 3-bounce field goal. It bounced
Imagine
off
that,
the left
right.
upright, then the up, and then it went in, and that's worth 50 points. So you lose.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Wait, 45,000.
Another analogy, I was driving on the turnpike, and I was in the far left lane, which is supposed to be – all right, well, we'll talk right after this hand. Stay tuned. We have Pocket Kings with Twan here, finally waking up with a good hand. He's jammed several hands prior to this, so if he goes all in now, it just looks like a shove. Will get called. Butch.
Let this one ride.
There it is. He said, let this one ride. And the speech. I love the speech
Oh,
play.
the speech, yeah. Twan, of what is he going to do with Kings? Not shove?
I got to
in that
go
spot?
somewhere. Time to go, guys.
No, 290.
Johnny says, thanks, guys. I'm the only person who calls him Faraz. No, I called him Faraz for a while after he told him that's how it's pronounced, and he told me to stop. Like, legit. He's all like, everybody calls me Ferris. Just call me Ferris, dude.
I've been calling
I'm
Faraz
like,
for a long
all right.
time. Since he was dealing at the old days.
At least here at work.
Yeah, yeah.
All that work for no reason.
He wanted it.
No, I didn't. I don't even have cards.
I heard something.
Bluffing without cards, he thinks. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Eric said something. Skip goes, "Why? That wasn't me. I didn't say anything." Jeremy's stuck in a pickle here. He's got two people. One is already raised. He folds tens
Wow,
here.
he folds tens.
Wow.
That's discipline right
yes,
there.
sir.
Flat can never come.
Brian folds too. He was the
I
initial
don't think
raiser.
I don't think I could have folded tens there.
No, I
though,
don't
if I'm
think so
being really
either.
honest. I'd be looking at the payouts and I'd be like, I got tens. Dude.
Yeah.
If he's got me beat, he's got me beat.
I mean, it is true. It's like 98% sure.
I fold the big hand too.
It's 98% sure. What'd you have, 90?
But it's going to be hard to top that for fold of the night.
Picked up a buck and a quarter there. What'd you
That was.
Well, we don't know because
we don't know. But
10 could have came.
I said it'll be tough. There could
Right.
be a more disciplined fold coming.
chop or not?
I had a pocket bonus.
Skip throws in the let's chop game. Takes Twan because Twan won up a
Music
hand.
to Twan's ears because they're like, hey, because we were talking chip chop and I hit a few of the last couple of hands, so my cut's gonna be a little tastier.
One of your outs were good, and I had better than.
Man, I gotta go for steak after this. So freaking hungry.
Hell of a fold if you really had jacks.
That is a sick fold. I mean, you did make a
He
big
said
fold.
jacks.
I think tens was a hell of a fold.
Right. Even still.
No, it was
That's
a
still
bad
a
good
great fold. I don't think I could have done it. I'd have been like, look, bro, you got better. Congratulations. I call.
Why won't my phone let me comment? It won't let me do it.
You're commentating now.
I know, but I was gonna make a comment from Oak. From Oak.
You are Oak.
Still got like 10 bigs. So correct.
You did it once, and you're all like, how do I do it like
No,
more?
the phone won't let me do it.
No.
It won't send.
I'm tucking my shirt now.
Chat
All right,
bot
so
won't
it's
let
Brian
me do
against
it.
Mahdi here. King 6, Jack 8. Wow. A flop that'll speak to the skill level of these players.
Totally worthless for me.
Because both guys swing and a miss. Oh, wow. And Mahdi says, you know what? I'm going to try to steal this. Again, with the better hand.
Yeah.
81% winner.
Turned his hand into a bluff,
Thanks for the pocket.
but he was the best
Bluffing
hand.
with the best hand.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Twan turned his phone off and he rolled up his sleeve. It is own.
Go time. What, did he get knocked out or something? What happened?
Oh, and Oh wait,
Huh?
different dealer. I was about to do the theme song from Speed Racer.
That is her.
Oh, that is her.
Yeah.
380.
What's her name? I can't. It's on the top of my tongue. I can't. I know what it is. I just don't remember
Go
right
Speed
now.
Racer. Go Speed Racer.
Oh no, shit! I got 400.
Maud Vincent said other dealers got somewhere to be. Apparently she does. Hey, we're going. Like, we're going to go see this show or concert or whatever we're doing on Friday night. We got to go, man. We can't be here till 11 o'clock, you guys.
Twan just did a chip count. He goes, oh, my God, I got 450K already. He's surprised by his own stack.
Well, now he's paying attention. He's not looking at his phone every 4 seconds.
Don't know that yet. Nah.
Skip with King,
Everybody's
Queen.
gonna get at least, like,
He didn't announce how he got eliminated. I want to know.
Chad says, let's go, Jeremy. My dog.
Daisy, that's
Daisy.
right. That's Daisy. Duh. Thanks, Trav. Thanks. I knew it was her. We got to teach her how to post the cards when it's an all-in, box the
Yeah,
cards
she's
out.
like, bam, bam, bam,
Bam,
bam.
bam,
It's
come
like,
on, next,
whoa,
whoa.
easy, easy.
Here's a hand I really like in tournaments.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Queen Jack suited.
Queen Jack suited, eh?
I do. I like
That's
the
your
hand.
play?
It's a hand I like. I didn't say I love. I like.
Oh, I said that's your play?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm always picking up intel. Players. Especially my coworkers. They're like, after work, we've been dealing for like, we could be dealing for 10, 12 hours. They're like, dude, let's go down to another room. And
Such and such.
I'm like, dude, I don't even want to look at a deck of cards for at least 2 days. You guys are animals.
So Jeremy chimed in. Let's look at the chop. Brian's the one right now saying he doesn't really care, but
I guarantee you he cares. Guarantee he cares.
oh, Butch says nah. Stop the chop. 6 ways.
Stop the chop.
Stop the chop.
just look at your numbers to see if you like it.
Just run the numbers and we'll see.
Okay, we'll run the numbers. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with running the numbers.
Yeah. Changes every hand.
There's no hand.
Right.
Because the players, at the same time, they want to look at the numbers, but they also want to play. They're like, guys, you can't have it both ways. So the deck's going to go right there on the table and not move while numbers are being run.
Supposed to, right. Supposed to.
Yeah, they're looking at it like, oh, well, let's play the hand. Like,
we
no.
can still play. Yeah.
No.
That changes everything.
It
the
does.
equation.
I've got 440. No, 465.
Well,
Yeah.
in this job, I can kind of guess if they're taking the chop or not. By just certain things that we see here at the broadcast table. You
Yeah.
guys can't see.
And
Well,
no.
I didn't see those indicators.
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah.
I got 455 if you want to write that down. What do you got? Huh? How much you got? 455? 455.
Yeah.
455.
That
My
stack sides are really close.
least favorite part of the job, math.
430.
Ryan jumps in. LFG Twan. I know what it stands for, but we're on the mic. We can't really say that.
That's fruitin'. Fruitin'.
Fruitin'. Life's frickin' good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's what
How
we'll
many-
call it.
How
We
many
know what it really means, but that's just what we're gonna say on the show.
How
'cause
many
we don't want to get in trouble.
analogies can we come with LFG?
430. Yeah, we're all pretty
Life
close.
is freaking good. I like that one.
No. Now I'm going to play this while I drive.
Oh, he's still in the other tournament. Okay. I thought he got knocked out, but he's still apparently still in the other one.
Well, Mama said knock you out. She's even checking her watch, guys. This dealer has somewhere to be.
Definitely got to go somewhere.
Like, I thought I'd be out of tournament by now, but I'm going to be late. But I'll be there, you guys. Don't leave without me.
He said why he called. He was like, "You have a set." He's like,
I'm going to check the EO list, see if she's there.
She probably is.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a chop so I can go to work.
April's our $300 buy in 100K. Is that correct? The first week of
Yeah.
April?
Yes, the monthly multi-flight, which took a bit of a hiatus because of the Moneymaker Tour, back and bigger than ever.
For sure, one of the best tournaments we run here. I wish I could play. I wish we
Yeah,
could just take
I'm
off.
legit jealous. Like,
Yeah.
we can't quit for like a day
Right.
or a couple of
just
days.
to take off, just like first person who like requests it,
Right.
once a month or whatever.
I'm sure the bosses would love to do it, but then
Oh.
but I do see the boss's side of it. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, if I let you guys do that, who the hell's going to deal?
All right, that's true. It'd be 20 of us.
At least 20. I think more like 35, 40.
But you can do it. You can do it in such a way like, okay, only 3 people. Put the names in like a ball and a barrel, and then roll it around, and you get like a draft.
We could like rotate.
Yeah, that's what I was
They're
saying.
like, a lot of those dealers are off on Thursdays. So like, okay, Thursday we'll let you guys come in and play. I'm like, and then I'd cry because I'm like, no, I work Thursday.
Good for the good for the prize pool. I mean, they always think dealers are fishes. So I mean, what's the?
I get that every time I play, and you know, I'd be annoyed by it
Right. But
if I didn't win as much as I did.
yeah.
And I mean by not like win big money, just sessions where I come out ahead. It ain't bad. I mean, I do run bad sometimes.
We all do. I mean,
Everybody
it's part
does,
of the game.
obviously.
I mean, yeah.
But usually I'll be even or a little ahead
That's awesome.
because it's my wife. I would say that because she loves and supports me so much. No, it's more like if with our bills, if you go play cards, don't come home if you don't win.
Oh no, added pressure.
You'll be sleeping in the car because you ain't coming in the house.
All right, hold on a second. They're going on the numbers.
1837, 2120.
Instantly.
Wow,
And those
sir.
numbers instantly play.
Snap
Instantly.
fold. We shut that down.
All right, I'm working on it. Hang on.
Nah, the talk's got to stop.
Yeah, so there's a rule. If only one player says, I don't want to chop, that's end of discussion. We don't bring it up until
General
that player
Zod
gets knocked
style.
out. Yeah.
The vote must be unanimous, Jorel. It is now your decision.
How can the average stack be 503?
How can the average stack be? That can't be right. Well,
Why not?
Yeah.
What's 503 times 6?
You take all
It's
the,
easy math.
Pretty much all the chips in play.
About
divided by
6,180,000.
So the person that says no to the chop jumps on his calculator.
And he's like, wait, did I make the right decision?
Wait
Hang
a
on.
second here. Divided
Let's
by
rerun
1.
those numbers. See, now he wants to tailor it. But here's
Well,
the
Twan
thing.
already said he was going to throw in an extra couple of bucks into the chop. Whenever
This-
a player says, I'll take less money, that's always good for you.
Right, but this dealer is not conducive to that because as soon as he opened his mouth, she had cards are out. And I'm like, no, you can't discuss the chop while hand is in progress.
Look at the blinds, though. We're at 15K, 30K, hand number 30.
I mean, Brian might have to call a lawyer legit because she's so fast. He would need his lawyer to come in and be like, objection.
I don't know what I'm being
You're
careful
lying,
for.
so you're on your own.
That was very serious.
There's no sense in keep talking about it and monkeying about it, man. We're not all going to give you 160 because we're playing. Let's play.
Ah!
Ooh, making it personal.
Tell
a
him,
little
Jeremy,
bit.
tell him.
Yeah.
Your requests are outrageous, sir. Outrageous!
I'm just saying for me, I'm like, it's never personal. It's always business, chop or not. But
I'll tell you who's not on this final table, who's really good at negotiating chops. Rudy.
yeah.
You ever see Rudy in action? Wow.
Yeah, I've seen Rudy.
I've seen him in a progressive bounty tournament.
Right, he could like broker like a
Right,
merger
I was like,
and shit.
what? I was like, what did he just do? Hand number 35.
Here we go. Do we have
Every here and there, I'll see that the JetBlue Spirit merger keeps getting like blocked, and so I was like, you know what, send Rudy.
Rudy over there, yeah.
He'll get that deal done.
So Twan went all in here, ace jack.
No, I'm gonna call. Say I'm gonna be late.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now we get
And
we
she's
get
checking her
the
watch
reason.
again. It's like every 2 minutes she's checking her watch.
At least it's not an Apple Watch where she's talking into it. Hello,
Right.
hello. I'm going to be late.
Now see here, 007.
That was things of the. That's so funny how things of
Yeah.
the past have actually.
I know,
become-
and I thought that would be so cool, and then the Apple iWatch came out, and I'm like, you know what, that kind of sucked now. Because it's so tiny and everything. You can like FaceTime on your phone and see the actual person.
There's a
Yeah.
new AI button now that gives you a screen on your hand. It's a little.
Yeah, projects.
Yeah, like whoa.
Kind of like Iron Man.
It's right. It's like verbal and visual. You're like, holy, okay.
Sounds cool. Wish
Yeah.
I could afford it.
I didn't see the price. You're right on
Right.
all.
No,
It
no.
takes pictures and video.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, I got my playoff invoice.
Okay.
for the Panthers today.
Oh, you can't tell them you're playing poker.
Yeah, I'm going to be eating a lot of Publix BOGOs for the next couple of months.
You are.
On the street, so.
Well, I'm anticipating a deep run. We got a good team.
Let's go.
They don't do it today. They can
So, yeah, potentially the playoffs are going to cost more than the whole regular season.
Wow. Butch wakes up with ace king, fires out. Looks like 85,000.
Indeed.
Well, I don't say it's 30 to call, but he's raising here, so no action. Takes down the blinds.
Flop the naked ace.
50K, 30K, 30K. That's 75,000, Johnny. That's a pretty good stack right there. If you got like
Jeremy
400K.
says no one's going to give Twan an extra $100, but his chip stack's growing. You might kind of have to.
Shove fest, that's right.
I keep joking with Sefimo. 40, 80, 80. You ready? We make it 40, 80, 80.
I'm actually very tired.
Hand number 37. Will we get to 50?
There isn't a 50.
Hand number
hand
50.
number, hand number. Okay.
Wait, so
I thought you meant 50K blinds. I'm like, dude, we don't do 25,
No.
50.
No, hand numbers. Because usually when the chip chop talk conversation comes into play, the one person who says no gets knocked out. Let's chop.
And Jeremy says,
All in.
fight. With ace queen against Twan's ace jack. And an ace 4 from Brian. And he's all like, yeah, it's
Wow,
good, but it ain't,
Twan,
it
snap
ain't that
folds.
good.
They show their cards.
Womp womp.
I had an ace.
Skip said he had a hand that cracked both those hands.
Well, 3 of the aces are out, so it becomes much more crackable.
There used to be like 10 before.
It's usually one for a day, half of your late. If you call out one day,
Can we get a wash? There, thanks, dealer. She's looking for the cut card? It's right there in front of you.
Point. Pull out 1 point.
How much?
1 point.
oh yeah, it used to be a Harris.
Yeah, I used to work there.
So if he calls in sick right now, he's 1 point.
And if he's late, it's 1 point.
Half
Oh,
point.
point system. Okay, that's what she's talking about.
I'm very happy I've never had to deal with one of those.
Right, right.
Because I've heard all kinds of horror stories.
It's only bad for the bad employees, right? I mean, if you do things right, you don't have to worry about it. You know, if you don't call
That's true.
out, it's not that big of a
Why
deal.
couldn't you do that last time? No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways.
Go 7 left one.
7 deuce, my favorite hand.
Where do you play again?
Kidding.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I gotta get in
Kidding.
your game.
Just kidding.
Said, please do not take what's about to happen to you personally.
65 raise.
It's business.
From the button,
it's all
raises it
business.
up.
Nothing personal.
Ah, it's-
Horrible 10x.
Listen, I take those lumps. Poker's a fun game. I know it's a game. I don't take it too seriously. I love the game. I've been playing it for years. I still enjoy it. There's so many levels to it. The facets, you know, you get lucky sometimes. You can play with skill. You can play the player. You don't have to play your chips. There's so many. It's not just one-dimensional. So if you keep your head open and you stay positive, you're going to have a good time. Even when you get sucked out, it's part of the game. Like, you know, someone's going to catch that one-outer on the river for a full house.
Ooh. Speaking of which,
6-8-4 on the flop.
yeah, Butch with that
Open
straight draw.
ender.
Yeah.
85.
Fires out.
Monty has the best hand already with his ace high, but
And 2 spades, though.
he definitely wants that spade.
Yeah, it's a pretty good hand when you have ace high, but you have a draw to go with it. So
So if he's thinking this long, it has to be about a raise. Because there's not a chance in hell he doesn't play with that hand.
Call it a day, bro. Just call your girl and say, hey, let's go.
Assuming the reader is correct.
right, so you're thinking in his mind he's either contemplating flat call or raise, right?
So like, do I want to push it when I don't have a made hand yet?
Okay,
So
option
he
A,
obviously
just the
loves his
call.
hand.
Right.
So he's gonna play.
Ooh,
And,
so close.
Yeah, doesn't love it quite so much.
Black, but not the right black. Butch doesn't like that hand too. When you have an open ender on the turn and then someone calls you, like, I know.
Well, that's the thing. If you check, you basically surrender the hand. So he can't check.
Right.
He's got to see-bet.
And he does. And you remember that one hand a while ago when he bet the river with nothing? So same length or long.
I don't believe he showed that. Did he show that? He didn't show that.
No, he did not show the
Okay.
bluff. No.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, now he checks.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
just
checking
give
dark.
up the hand. And Monty's like, No, bet one more time.
Not going to extract any value here.
No,
He missed completely, so
right.
not high.
Monty
Doesn't call.
doesn't know that, but he's going to try to figure out
What's the right
how
size?
to get some value.
right,
I
right.
mean,
What's the right size here?
I mean, you know the
10K?
old saying, there's no wrong answers. Well, there's no right answer here. So
15K?
every number you could put out
That
there
is not
wrong.
That is not going to work.
A min bet is wrong. All in is wrong. Everything in between is wrong.
Well, that is just posturing
What,
here.
He's tanking.
No,
I'm like,
no.
what?
That's just
I know.
posturing.
That's what I mean. I said, bro, you're beat.
That's just giving a little camera time. As I got a tough fold here to make.
I can't believe I'm folding this. It's so good.
Yeah. Table image, baby. Gotta have a table image.
You were up against Das Nutz,
The
as they say in Germany.
So the crazy thing is, Monty had the best hand the whole way, but luckily for him, it's easier to play when you crack the nuts.
And he had to bet there.
Yeah.
I mean literally. It would have been a penalty if he didn't.
No, we don't do that anymore. By
we
TDA.
don't?
No,
Oh.
TDA rules have
TDA
changed
rules?
that.
Okay.
They
I was going to
changed-
say there's no pair on the board. I'm like, you have the ace high flush. You
The
have to bet.
professionals have made it illegal, so you can see someone's hole cards now to get value instead of betting.
Okay.
There's information, and that's so
Right.
they changed the rule before. It used to
Okay.
be a penalty. Yes, correct. Oh, finally, my
Jeremy.
favorite hand.
I don't get married to hands. People ask me,
You
what's
don't
your
have a
favorite
favorite?
hand? No, I don't.
I
You know
have
what
a
my
favorite.
favorite hand is? Hand to God.
The one
Hand
that
on the
wins?
Bible. The winning hand.
I believe you. That's a little cliche though.
No.
Fair. And obviously,
Because
it's
I've
cliche for me
seen-
to say I love
right.
aces.
No, I
but
mean, well, everybody loves aces until
no,
they
but
get
some
cracked.
people, some
Yeah.
people don't like him because I always get beat by that hand.
Well.
You'll never hear those words coming out of my mouth unless I repeat it like that.
Statistically, because I'm a big believer in math. Because before I was a poker player, I was a blackjack player. So
Oh,
my entire game revolved around math.
that's great.
And I'm like, aces wins in all scenarios 17% of the time. They're like, oh, I can't believe I lost with aces. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It's 17% for aces and 83% for the field. I can believe they lose.
After that last
Statistically, they're
Right.
supposed to.
Yeah. After the last hand, Monty's a chip leader with 930K, and Brian sitting on the bottom 170. Did not want to chop earlier, which is surprising. Now facing elimination.
Exactly. So when I see aces, I'm like, okay, I'll throw out, depending on my position, let me throw out a value raise,
Right.
see what happens. But
Yeah.
then, all diamonds, 6, 7, 8. I'm
No,
like,
no,
I don't
no.
think these aces are that good
You
anymore.
definitely should get married to a wet
Right.
board that's like 785 or one of those boards like Jack 8-9, like those
Right.
boards that get killed ace in one pair, of course. But pre-flop, ooh,
Right.
I've never
Flushes,
folded them.
straights,
Yeah.
2 pairs, sets, everything
is all in.
torpedoes the aces.
I
So
mean,
you
I've heard
can't-
people fold them on like a big tournament bubble. They're like they don't want to
Yeah.
play them, but
It's the craziest story. I won an 1,800 person online tournament once.
Uh-huh.
It was a free roll to get in to a satellite.
right.
And I won the tournament. I beat 1,799 other people over about 6.5 hours playing online. I got pocket aces the first hand, and I folded it. Because everybody, it's a free roll, so everybody was all in. I folded. I was the only one who didn't play, and I had aces.
Yeah, boy.
And
yeah,
they're like, no, I
multi-way.
bet those aces would have won. I'm like, no.
No,
some Yahoo with 5-3 hit a straight,
Yeah.
and my aces were worthless.
Multi-way aces are not a good hand, and that's why you don't like
Right,
limp
against one or
in.
two people, aces, sure, all day.
Right.
Against 7 other people,
Here,
I'll pass. Here you go, buddy.
here are your payouts. Top place, $4,080.
Anybody want a knock shot? Raise your hand, motherfucker.
There goes
Damn,
Twan again.
Twan.
He's got a
Very
lunch date.
aggressive.
Asking for the chop.
He's like, come at me, bro.
Well, how much you want it?
He won 35.
That's kind of funny. The shortest stack on the table asking for more money,
Yeah, you
which
gotta be
is
overwhelming.
it's usually the chip leader or something like that, you know. So I think he feels entitled. I don't know, just you know.
It's very reminiscent of South Park when Canada went on strike. We want the money.
Great.
Here comes the raise.
Ah, Skip goes. I knew I can't just sneak in here. And look at this. Jeremy
It is
takes
3 deuce.
position
Yep.
to make this hand playable. 3 deuce.
Oh, it's not playable.
You guys wanna just
He
do,
just won with it.
No, I know. It's, that doesn't mean it's playable. It means he threw out a hell of a bluff
He
that
just
everybody
won with
believed.
it.
Right.
He just
No, he made it with action. I said, it doesn't make the hand playable. It makes his action playable.
4 hands in a row.
There's
Because
more
if
than
I-
one way to win
Right.
in poker.
Exactly.
That's
Because if I'm the small blind with 5-3 and I saw that out of the big blind, I'm like, here you go, bro.
garbage.
Cheers.
Yeah, I never did that. Yeah.
Like if you bluffed me, wow, you bluffed
For
You
sure.
bluffed out 5-3. Congratulations.
Right.
What do you need? You have Samsung? I have one. I have one break after this.
No break. Let's skip through the break.
I'm going on break.
The break is coming up soon. And
Yeah, I
some of the
love that.
players-
She's like, no, we're skipping through the break. She's like,
I don't care. I'm going on a break.
this isn't about you guys. This is about me and my break.
Triple out, like,
I know it's pretty fucked up. It's crazy. Like, oh, we just saw you on stream, man.
So blind versus under gunplay.
I'm so sick and
Somehow I'm not feeling good.
Queen 3 of clubs versus 9 deuce of diamonds.
Be over. I made it.
Ooh.
Give me a point.
Ace 4-7.
Well, Monty's not going anywhere ever. I don't even think the ace is going to scare him.
Well, I mean, either way, you get a point. Like, you can't get any more than a point, right?
1 point
I mean,
something.
you
He
can't
has
get
12.
smacked with a wet noodle and said you're fired for that, can you?
Yes.
So Brian.
Well, in any scenario where getting smacked with a wet noodle and getting fired is a possibility, I'm going to lean on the side of caution and probably not do it.
Bad news for Brian here. He tried to buy the spot for 60K.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
There's your race.
Whoopsie doodle.
Going against the chip leader, not advisable.
Whenever you bluff against the chip leader who has a draw, you're going to have a bad time.
Right.
I don't want to chop. One player says they don't want to chop. Chop's over. Numbers are done. Let's get to play.
I think they're repeating what we just said 15
No,
minutes
that was
ago.
you. You were the like, no. It's like you channeled your inner professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And you're like, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. He said no to the chop.
Folds there.
Yeah.
What else can he do?
Besides, we never said that they couldn't discuss the chop again.
Correct.
You can do it anytime you want, just
Right.
not in the hand. But she's so freaking fast. You get like a second and a half to broach the subject. You're like, and if anybody knows it, dude, she's already boxing. You better speak up if you want to run numbers.
You're playing very good.
Brian's giving. Oh, she dealt it. She dealt in front of her. Okay, I was about to say she skipped one, but the cards are there.
Yeah,
I was
she-
like, there's
she
no way
dropped
she
it,
messed
yeah.
that up.
No, 0.
Hand number 43.
She's even
Blinds
got
are-
time to fix her hair. It's
Yeah,
like, dude,
I
she's
know.
got this.
Yeah, I know. 15 years of dealing. She's a veteran.
Now that's the only thing bad about that.
What?
When you don't pitch him, you just drop him in front of you. Like normally, in any tournament table, you get away with that. But here,
We don't
Right.
see. Right. Correct. Right.
it can trip up the graphics. a bit.
She's not streaming friendly at all for us today, but that's all right. Who won that? Daisy, like, who won that?
Bugs jumping into the chat. Smack dab. Apparently,
That's a saying, but only on Saturdays.
right. Miss Nancy is not here today. She's not on today's show. She will be on the show tomorrow.
Do
though,
we even
for,
sound like Nancy? I mean, does that even come close?
$60 charge
Looks like Brian Stacks is incorrect. 200 and something right now. Yeah, I think it had said 170 on the stream. So you're right about that.
Lightning charger. That like.
Uh-oh. Players at the table using the L word. We don't use the L word when I'm on the show. At least not till we beat them guys in a best-of-7 series.
Yeah, it does say
Monty
Brian.
with 9s. I'm going to call shenanigans on that.
Why? It's
Oh,
possible.
never mind.
Yeah,
No, I got my wires crossed.
right. Because you thought he folded, but he didn't on the button.
Right, and I was looking at it backwards.
Right.
I'm like, no, never mind.
Never mind. Yep.
He called.
Yeah.
Or raised, rather.
This tournament should be over by 10.
That's funny.
Alright, small bit.
Small big. Next hand.
Don't worry, if I bust you guys could just chop it.
Thank you.
Man, chop, man.
Thank you for your.
Those numbers weren't that good. I mean, if we're gonna chop 2 or 3, not 6-handed.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
Brought it up 'cause I have to go.
now Brian said we can chop, and Jeremy's like, nah. We'll wait till we get another player out.
Because you're right. I mean, I'm not necessarily playing for 1900 either. You know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I mean.
I like it. Hi.
Well, the time value of money, which was a thing in economics class in college, hasn't been factored in yet.
Yeah.
It's easy to say that at 7:40, but if we're still here at 10:45, 11 o'clock, it changes the thinking a bit.
Quality. True. You're right about that. Some people actually don't even think about that when they're in a tournament.
Oh, time value of money?
Yeah, you're right. What they could be doing with the added extra time.
Right.
And they say you can get back money, but you can never get back time.
Right. I've only refused the chop once.
Really?
And it was the dumbest thing. It was so petty. It was just a tiny tournament. And my wife and I actually got the heads up.
Oh.
It was only like 20 people and top 2 spots.
Right.
The
We fought to the end over that extra $80.
Oh, wow.
Bragging
To
rights,
the
though.
bitter
Yeah.
end. And she's like, let's just chop and get out of here. And I said, well, we had played, she had knocked me out of another tournament a few weeks earlier. And all she did was talk smack. And she called my job and told them all about it. So that they all gave me grief about it all week. And I said, no, I'm going to punish you for your insolence.
Yeah. Did you win?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good.
It only took like 5 hands of heads up, and I waxed the floor with her.
Nice. That's good revenge.
And the whole ride home, she's like, you're on the couch for at least 2 weeks. I'm like, joke's on you. I got the comfiest couch in America. I had the best couch, too.
Right.
And I was on that couch for 2 weeks, and I'm like, worth it.
Small blind versus big blind. Queen 4 versus 6-5. It went check. To the turn we go.
Yeah. But every other time I was ever offered, yes, I chopped. Because it's just that one.
There are some times which is really ironic when they don't talk about chop. As soon as you bust out, hey, you guys want to chop? You're like, wait.
You were all no chop like 10 minutes ago.
When I didn't even ask.
Exactly.
Oh, the YMCA.
Brian's breaking it down,
Let's go.
man.
Everyone get together and do it. It's a great song.
I, for one, am glad they don't play it at the Panther game anymore.
Oh,
They
yeah, you
played
used to
it
play it all the time?
religiously. And because of my apparel, people expected me to do it. When you do it for, like, every game for 12 years straight, you learn not to hate it, but it's like, can we not?
Right.
It's still a great song. I'm just very glad they don't play it at the hockey game anymore.
King 3, good enough for a raise here.
I can't.
Skip with that KJ.
Skippy. Good enough for a call.
Can I be first act after the
Dead man's hand.
Okay, but only this once.
after the flop?
They're suited. I'd play this 8 suited, 6-handed. I'd play it.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially it's only mid-raise for 30 more.
I know you.
All right.
Because I mean, you're already in for the big blind plus the ante.
Yes.
And you got min raised. You're
Yes.
Like, you're 30K in or you're 60K in. Well, what's 30 more with the suited ace? You at least got to see it flop. And that's
flops the world.
Not bad.
Yes. All in from there.
And
it is.
says, "Come get it." And Brian's like, "Dog, dag nabbit, I flop bottom pair."
I got a piece.
How dare you, sir?
Got a piece. Wow.
Oh, that hurt.
Huh? Should have ripped it pre. I like it.
And he would have got smoked like a blunt, I think.
You're the button, Skip. Why are you putting out the small blind again? You just asked to be the button.
Yeah.
You didn't say how far.
I asked him to move it. You want to keep it?
It's a very friendly table.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get a table that nobody wants to talk.
Right. Makes our job harder.
Yeah, it's true. It can.
I'm okay keeping this.
I like Skip on the table. He's been around the block enough times where.
Queen exposed. Hard.
Oh, they're exposing the queen.
Uh-oh.
You dirty girl.
This is the one that was already there.
He's like, that's my other card. Twan tried to get a peek there, see how he's a little sweat.
Skip's got jacks, like, probably glad to see that exposed queen, like, hey, that's one of the overs. Gone.
And he went all in with it.
I don't think he's going to get a call out of 9-4 or 8-3.
Probably not.
I don't know. It's just my spidey sense is tingling that way.
Upgraded from Queen Jack to Jack Jack.
One's good.
That was a great miss.
Incredible style.
Incredible Jack Jack.
Jack Jack.
Yeah, I love that guy. Special. He's that superhero. He's got all the qualities. Have they made a remake of him growing up? I mean, I'd love to see it.
No.
No?
They put like, it was like 14 years between the original and the sequel, and he's still a baby. So,
I know.
So, because I'm going by like actual time. I'm like, that kid should be in high school by now.
At least, right. He just never grows older.
Right.
That's a superpower.
Out of the next page up, not when the next, when it goes up more money.
7-0 is 70. Skip with 2 hands in a row. They're really good.
Yeah. I don't think he'll shove with this one. But
Why not? He's all in with Jax.
He'll play, I think.
He's all in. I knew he was
What?
going to do that.
He
He's
shoved
all in,
again.
He's all in with Jax. He's all in with Ace King.
Wow. I quote the wisdom of Ron White, who said, I was wrong.
I can see
The cars are moving forward.
He called it. He said I was all in.
He's all in.
No, we all saw that, but when you said all in, you like moved your cards forward. I got my girl's favorite hand.
Oh, Brian wakes up with 5s.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
And he looked at the camera and smiled like there's going to be some hurt feelings here.
No, it's such a short
Yeah.
stack hand.
Because the blinds were under mid.
What would Arnold say if he was here? He'd say, do it. Why don't you do it? Come on, get in now with the 5s.
It is. He did it. He pulled the trigger.
And
It's
Twan
a-
ran away.
It's a coin flip. Heads or tails?
Twan ran away. He
Every-
bravely ran away.
Everyone in the chat. Oh, 9-6, Trey 6. Oh, she's so quick. 4 pair wins.
Wow, I have no clue what's happening. Okay, 5s. 5s double up.
Oh, it took my breath away. Someone tell Daisy to slow that damn run down. Just slow it down for a second.
Twan would have got
No, I mean,
demolished with that Queen Jack.
That's true. He would have took 3rd place.
And the grave. I had Queen Jack suited, bro.
He tells everybody, bro.
you have hearts.
Queen Jack and diamonds.
That's ugly, Brian.
Well, Brian's stack is definitely incorrect now. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's just north of 5.
We were blocking each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is the counts off so much? There must be a miscount somewhere.
I assure you I don't know.
Similar ace king. Queen.
We should get a recount because this is Florida and we can do that.
Is it the break yet? We'll definitely get the break recount,
No,
right?
We don't get the break.
Oh.
They're skipping the break.
Ah.
Yeah, even if you call him.
And now Skip. So speaking of Skip, he's the bottom of the barrel. Twan and Skip both
Yeah,
on
but
the
as
6
the
big
blinds
blinds.
rise, the pressure rises too. Like especially after you take a hit like that. Now you pretty much got to get married to any
That was nasty, but that guy.
Two
not even
likable
good
cards,
hand,
yeah.
halfway just
Yeah,
halfway decent
yeah.
cards.
Correct.
You don't even know where you're at with it sometimes.
Like wow, Ace Jack's, it's all in. It's all in. That's the move.
Agreed. Blinds are now gone up 20K, 40K. And Skip heard you all in.
Right. He's got 6 big blinds, which in truth is actually 3
I was like, I'm waiting for him. That's
with the
all.
ante. So a suited Ace Jack, it's like,
He plays
come
like
get it,
that
boys.
because he knows I'm like,
Plays like that against everybody.
Either come get it or give me a free round of antes and blinds.
Now, Jeremy asked for a count. He should just defend here. I mean, it looks silly because we're seeing his hand, Queen 4. But Brian's going to
Ace
defend.
10. Ooh,
Give back your
he's-
chips.
He's behind it though.
Yeah. I was about,
He's gonna need to get lucky here.
yeah.
He's got to somehow catch a 10
all right, guys.
or a straight
What?
while dodging diamonds.
It's true.
This is a tall order.
King queen flop for a sweat.
Well, I mean, you're giving back to him, but not nearly. Not
that's
nearly.
10 and a jack, right? Now he needs
What a
another.
letdown.
Oh!
Right now is
Shiver me timbers.
4,700
Yep.
Yep, Jacks.
in the online.
Jacks.
4,700. That's pretty good. If I
Good hand.
Exactly, right. That's, I haven't said any halfway decent hand, but that was an excellent hand.
You just click it.
Above average. I
Okay,
would
this
agree.
just makes it more complicated. Now everybody except our chip leader is in the danger zone.
Yeah, the only person sitting very comfortably is, well, Jeremy too, but Modi. That's how you say
9
it,
big
right?
blinds, that's comfy.
720K.
Should know better
I know, but not that. But I'm looking at the number of blinds, and they
Oh,
cutting
no,
the number
everyone
in
else,
half.
everyone on the bottom,
They're
I agree
like,
with you.
right.
They're
He's
all,
like,
yeah.
oh, you're comfortable with 700K.
That's
I'm like,
that's kind of why
you're
you do
comfortable
a
with
chop.
9 big blinds.
Yeah, you're
really?
you're flipping. You're flipping
not.
for the next spot.
Not really.
That's an advocate for the reason why you would chop a tournament is because
Right.
the blinds have gone up so quickly that
Because
you're-
if the players continue to just pass chips around each other with the blinds raising,
yeah.
you have to make a decision on if you're going to play out or chop, or the decision will be made for you.
Correct.
If you take too long. And
I hear some noise from that. It's usually us that
Yeah.
hears them, but I mean, now I heard some. I heard some ruckus. 15 minutes from now.
can you describe the ruckus? But those that were not open to a chop earlier might be changing their tune.
That usually happens when someone doesn't want to chop and that person gets knocked out. Then the conversation comes back again. Time keeps on slipping, slipping into the future.
Yeah, sometimes the music will influence the action.
Yeah.
You're gonna make the 4 grand. I think you're gonna win this tournament.
Fuck that. I'm trying to win the one on my phone right now.
Oh, he's still live on the phone.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
Me
He
too.
hadn't looked at his phone in like a half hour.
He's an auto fold or something.
But no,
yeah.
I was dealing a tournament once, and this guy knocked a player out like 5 hands in a row. The
Wow.
tournament director had to keep bringing me players to balance the table, and he was just on fire, and he just kept knocking people out. And right when he knocks the last guy out, the music comes on. You know, they change the songs, and you just hear
That's a song
I
that
was
should
like,
be banned from card rooms.
I mean, it took everything I had not to burst out laughing.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
I didn't want to look like I was laughing at the eliminated player.
Right,
where I
right.
wasn't. I was just like, really? You knock a guy out and that song comes on
No, this is faster than
after
live,
like your 5th in a row?
'cause it's online.
It's
Every-
crazy.
Oh yeah, blinds go for what, 6 minutes? No, every 12 hands, because we're on the final table.
That's a hard hand for Brian to fold.
And
I know he
double that.
wanted to play it.
Ooh. Twan's 10-7. Again, Skip's got 4s in the big blind.
Okay, let's see what you did here, Eric.
Oh, and hasn't even looked yet. Ooh, he's going to look down and see 4s like,
I'm all
I'm
in.
all in. Just all casual. And Twan's like, come on, dude. I was just kidding.
Standard play, though. I mean, short
No,
stack
absolutely.
with a pair. Very standard. And works like a charm.
Dude, I really want you to bust, so you can just concentrate there.
Chill, bro.
I really want to bust too.
Damn, dude.
Being honest, there's
No, no,
there's like so much money over there.
I'm just bullshit.
Brutality.
I mean, obviously we all want to. I mean, if you have a chance to final two of both events, let's see.
So I just point out something, though. I mean, Skip lost a huge pot, ace-king,
That's what I'm saying.
versus a pair. But he didn't throw any anger fit.
No.
That's a progressive.
I mean, just look how calm he is. This is like to a different level. This is where you want to get to when you're playing, I think, poker.
Yeah.
It's really calm, serene.
It's really hard to keep that composure.
Right.
Taking a hit
Composure,
like that.
right.
But he's doing it well.
Yeah, he's been there before. That's the thing, where you practice.
Teach me your kung fu.
Yeah.
Now we have a story with that.
I just 3-bet with ace jack. There goes.
Try that limping, a whole limping, hopefully the big blind doesn't raise kind of scenario. All right, 8-5, 8 deuce.
Well, they went
First one who bets probably wins.
Oh, they're gonna fold.
And let's see.
4, Jack trade.
Jack high board.
Very interesting.
Check, check.
And there's
5.
a 5 for Skip. Skip was already ahead.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, I got the nuts.
Oh, call. Jeremy, open ended here, ace or 6.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Hey, throw all
Wait a
those outs
minute.
up top.
Yep.
Brick.
Yeah, 2 pair for Skip now.
He shoots.
And Skip's not even a little bit scared Jeremy might have a jack.
I know.
Instantly.
Did you
He's
see
like,
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, not only do you not have a jack,
Chip
I'm
it
gonna
up.
snap bet half my stack that you don't.
Chipping him. I think he's back to where he was before he lost that hand. That was
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, folks.
It's a long game. Marathon, not a sprint.
Right, so we show this stream as entertainment, right? But there is information you can gain. Like, I should definitely write notes down because this is exactly what you want to do when you're in a tournament. Keep fighting, folks. Never give up. Hand number 54. We made it. I forgot we made it at 50, but
Right.
I wasn't sure we were going to make it there.
I had a feeling we were going to get up to 69. Nice. Skip now. Just living right. He's getting pretty great starting hands.
On the button. It's a hand I play. Don't call. Raise. Oh.
Ooh, did he call?
He went all
Oh,
in.
he shoved. Okay. I thought he called for a second.
That's what I
was
thought,
like,
so,
don't
too.
call. Don't call.
It's a great play.
And by so close, he means not close at all.
Out of 7.
Skip now. Putting on a
Right.
clinic.
Chip leader, short stack. Queen jack six-handed on the button. There's one move. And that's shove and say, come get it.
Yeah. I made that mistake one time in the tournament right before the final table. Sure, I was in the small blind, big blind. I jammed all in. Big blind had aces. Oops. Oh, well.
Yeah. What'd you have?
I had jack 5 or something like that.
Oh, okay. So you were trying to buy the
I was just trying
big
to
blind.
steal the blinds. I was like, oops.
And then he turned over at aces. And
Yeah,
then
just like that. I'm out.
Time stopped, and Morgan Freeman's voice appeared. It was at this moment that Oak Tree knew. He effed up.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. That was funny.
At least the chips are going to a good one.
So it wasn't an all-in bet. It was 150K.
Yeah, he's holding back 4 chips for reasons.
He's seen someone do this before. It's kind of slick.
He's like, I think I've seen Burt Reynolds do this once in a movie. What was that movie?
What was that movie?
I forget that movie.
Oh.
Where he won like 17 crazy all-in blackjack hands in a row.
Oh.
And then played one more so he could retire.
Look
and then,
at
of
this.
course, he loses that one.
This is the cooler of the night. The chip leader.
5s versus 6s
Sixes.
versus 4 deuce. And Brian's over there with the answer like, I don't believe in Douglas Adams.
You got 5s?
That's aces, bro.
That's aces to my fan. Look at exactly.
That's gross.
Let's chop it up.
Yeah.
Let's chop it up.
I might not need that.
Now
Which
now
is
he wants
true.
to chop.
No, the board. He's talking about the board. Let's
Right.
go with queen, queen, jack, jack, ace. 7, 3, 10. Ace. No. Only a 5 and
Sorry.
5 only. 2 outs. Nope.
Come on. Good play, everybody.
Swan, it's been a pleasure.
Safe travels
Swan,
down there.
always bringing the entertainment.
Watch the game while you're driving. That's
He was up, he was down,
You have until
Now he's out.
and now he's out of luck, out of chips, and out of time, it would seem. Good luck on your final table on your phone.
Right. Those who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. Shows 6 plates for $752.
your boy costing you like a G.
So yeah, 752.
Yeah, I'm only getting like 700 right now. 800. I cost you 800.
They're talking about the chop, how he didn't want to do the chop,
Yeah.
how much he would have got, now how much he has actuality. Are you needling a player, Brian? That's not cool. You would have had 1,600.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's the chance you take.
if the Panthers had won 3 more games, I would have hit my prop to not only win this, to have my team win the Stanley Cup. I'd have got your boy would have got paid at 10-1. But I did have us at 5-1 to win the conference, so I still got paid, just
That's
not
good.
as much.
Right.
Yeah.
All in from Brian.
You limped if I made it 80.
Oh, you're not defending with 7 deuce?
No.
What?
Oh, well.
What?
The hell you say?
Now Butch is saying he's card dead. Yeah, well,
To be
yeah.
fair, he has been. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 deuce is not a playable hand from almost any circumstance, unless the 7 deuce game is on.
Trying to think of one.
You don't play the 7 deuce game? You ever play that game?
No, a
Oh.
scenario where 7 deuce not in that
What-
kind of thing.
Playable? No.
Big blind Annie, you're all in.
Yeah, maybe.
You're just all in for the Annie and blind, and you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even turn it to
you
look it
don't-
over. And then
right,
you turn
you
it
just
over, and
muck
like,
it.
oh damn, it's 7 deuce.
You're already really bad if you're
Yeah.
if you're
in
all
that
in and
scenario.
you wake up with 7 deuce.
I legit can't think of any other reason you'd play it ever.
Yeah.
But you have to.
Brian trying to get the steal twice from the button. Decides not to make that play.
The second worst starting hand statistically, 8 tray.
Correct. Why is
But
that?
nobody raised it. he has to play it.
Yeah.
Nobody raised him. It's like, all right.
King, deuce, queen.
Nobody hits anything. First player to bet wins.
Yeah, I'm going to check to the jack.
If I'm
Still
Skip,
check.
Skip checked again. I'm like, if he checks it again,
Look what
there's
Skip
no more
gets.
checking.
Look what Skip gets. He gets rewarded.
And doesn't
He
bet
gets
it. It doesn't
rewarded.
bet it. He's just like, check.
That's
Nobody bet.
showdown value. Check. He's
No.
not betting there.
No, nobody bet at any street.
Nobody bets.
I'm like, I'm just saying, if I'm on A3 and I catch a 3 and nobody's bet the whole hand, I'm like, dude, I think I'm good here.
You know when you're card dead and you have a better starting hand than a player,
Right.
and then you lose the hand.
He just said I'm card dead, and he just lost to 8-3. That is some card death.
That's the frustration part of this game that you
Yeah.
cannot change. Like
Very
cards are not
frustrating.
cooperating.
Like if you get a semi-decent hand and you're short stacked and you go all in and you get beat, okay, that sucks, but
Right.
that's a quick death. This is death by 1,000 cuts.
Oh, 100%, bro. Yeah.
I'd rather have the semi-decent hand and get my head kicked in.
The good news is Butch has made a pay jump because Twan
Yeah.
got knocked out. So the next spot would be 991, close to $1,000.
Nice.
Very good performance.
All the more reason to root for a quick death. I said, stop slowly draining me. Just finish me. Kill me.
And that's what happens too when you go card dead and all of a sudden you wake up with a hand like Jack 9 for say.
Right.
It looks like a really good
I
hand.
know. You're so happy to see it.
Paint. I'm in.
It's like, this is the hand I've been waiting for an hour. Let's go. Let's get all the chips in the middle.
Right, or you hit a piece of the board and you're like, I got middle pair. It's good enough. Let's
yeah,
go.
I know. I got Jack 8 or something. It's like Ace King 8. I'm like, it's the nuts. Let's go. All in. Yeah, that does tie into what you said earlier about Skip, about that mental fortitude, because it doesn't matter how good you are at this game. It doesn't matter how bad you are at this game. Everybody's going to run card dead.
Yeah, the demeanor is definitely
yeah.
a skilled veteran, though. Like
It's easier to take in a cash game because the
Right.
blinds aren't constantly raising on you and putting more pressure on you.
Right.
So in tournament, yes, it's quite annoying, especially if you've made it far. But
On the button, so speaking of Skip, raises with King 5 suited.
you got to be ready to weather that storm, man.
And it's funny, too, because was it Johnny O earlier said that he saw Skip making the final table a lot of times or in the money, and Skip's like, yeah, that's part of the game.
Yeah, me winning, that's part of it. So
They
don't worry,
both get a
don't
piece
worry.
of this flop.
Yeah.
Deuce King 10, where you're
Skip done
five-handed.
got the bigger piece, though.
Yeah, Skip's gonna fire out, and I can't see Modi folding here because you're five-handed. It's hard to make a pair.
It
So
is.
here comes the turn
So,
card.
yeah, it's a good value bet there by Skip.
Great value.
because there's value for Modi to call.
Right.
So he could have bullied him right there, but that doesn't behoove him.
Helps Skip anyways. Gets
Yeah.
now a flush draw to it.
Add a
Can't.
flush draw to all that.
He's all in now. Throw me that red bud. All in. He's a finger.
All
I'm
in.
ready. I'm saying it. Eric's like,
Oh,
what?
wait.
Throw me the red bud.
So that's why I made that position. But I held it back.
What?
What?
No. It's in my hand.
All right, I have a pair. Okay.
You have a pair?
All
How about
right,
this?
A,
Huh?
a slight mishap.
Another couple $100,000. Skipping room.
One's good, bro.
One's good, bro.
Oh, you're not feeling well? Oh, okay.
I'm not feeling well.
I don't know. Well, I have a strong inclination. This might be over soon.
Well, the reason I'm not feeling well, it's just because I keep telling you about the Skip and me and this. So I'm here. I was not scheduled to be here tonight for you guys, but I'm always
know.
happy to do the show.
Yes.
So I texted my beautiful, lovely, understanding, and the slight chance she's watching this, wife.
Does
'Cause
she watch?
she was expecting me to be home like some time ago, and she's all like, "Okay, I've got dinner all made and ready for you." And I'm like, "That is so freaking sweet."
That is sweet, actually.
I'm legit moved. I didn't ask her to like make anything or do anything. I just said,
Right.
"Hey, I'm gonna be late. You know, I'm doing the live stream." And then she made me dinner.
One card.
Okay, well, I can't look.
So look like
So AK suited for Brian. Butch
Yeah.
with ace-10. What are you going to do? He's been so card dead, and he sees ace-10.
We just spoke about this.
Right.
Yeah, like you
And
finally.
it looks great.
Yes.
And it kept looking great until Brian turned over ace-king suited. Then it don't look so great.
And the king,
And a
right
king
there, in the
right there
window.
off the bat. Needs running queen jack. A jack. Oh, queen. Queen for Broadway. Not over yet. And now it's over. He had a chance, and it's gone.
Just wide in the outside. Butch, fantastic job.
See, if Daisy was in the box, we could have never had
Well,
that
that-
exact mode. It would have
right.
been like, blah, 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 blah.
Gone. Seat open.
Seat open. So Butch, just shy of $1,000. Still a good day's work.
That's a great, even if you fire 2
Right.
bullets, even, I mean,
Yeah,
we're all
that's still
assuming
really
it's 1,
great.
but still, even if you fire 2, that's a great payday for 7-8 hours of work.
Exactly. Nothing to hang your head about.
If we don't like the numbers, we're not gonna be able to do it.
Until one player gets knocked out again. But it's all good. I'll play.
Run the numbers.
That's a new rule. I'm gonna have to check with Josh about that.
About what? You can't.
They're claiming if they discuss numbers and they decide not to, they can't discuss again
Until a
until
player
they lose
knocks
a
out?
player. That's what he
No,
said.
I never
I
heard
said,
of that.
yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Before you do a hand, count your chips. Count your chips.
Card's already out.
Cards already out. Sorry.
Ooh,
Oh, dealer
got hit with the technicality. Ooh.
Dealer's saying you can't do it. Run the game, buddy. Eric's not happy. Four.
Well, yes, dealers run the game, but
I'll go get out. We need a number. We need a count.
they
You can't. No. You're right, Eric. Once the cards are
I'm
out,
just
you
gonna
can't.
say, yeah,
That's
the floor can override a dealer. I cannot imagine a floor overriding
that's not
that
correct.
ruling though.
No. The other ruling, though,
That's like the other one. It's like, no, you just have to wait to the next hand.
Right.
Be all like, hey, maybe we were hasty. Let's talk about it again.
true.
Next hand.
Even chop is 2,500 apiece.
Oh, even chop. Not even ICM. He just said.
I'm
just
not a
straight
big
up.
fan of the even chop.
Not if I'm the chip leader.
No. If I'm Moody or Skip right now, I'm like,
no.
eh,
Objected.
like a straight even. I'm like, I'm not sure about that one. Maybe a modified one, like.
Look, Skip, I'm not gonna bet, even if I flop the nuts.
Brian says, because we're talking about the chop, I'm gonna do you justice here. Even if I hit, I'm not betting.
Which
They would check.
he didn't.
No, they went
Yeah,
checked all the way
Skip,
down.
Skip's got a 5, so Skip's going to win this
Skip's
one.
gonna win the hand. That's because Brian
Damn, I
wants to
should've
go
bet
to
my
the
5.
chop.
Right.
Right.
And now his chip stack is a little weaker. It is
But it's not 330. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 550.
550. Yeah,
So we had Brian
that.
off along the
Yeah,
whole
Money's got
time.
well over $1 million. There's no chance I take an even chop.
Right.
I have 800.
Let's run the numbers for the ICM chart.
Yeah.
Right.
Moni's saying let's run it for ICM.
It's-
I understand.
I get it.
But I want to do the numbers for the ICM chart.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, then that means that we're gonna keep playing.
That's fine. Keep
I
it.
want to see the numbers.
He's like, I got $1 million chips. Let's play, boys.
I'll do an even chop right now.
I love that he said that almost in a threatening manner. Well, we'll just keep playing. And he's like, he's got $1 million. He's like, okay.
We do 24, 35, everyone go home.
It's like, I got twice as many chips as you, bro. I'm not scared.
Oh, you wanna be?
Like, listen,
Oh,
you're,
okay, I
you
get
know,
it.
you make a deal, or you say, I want this deal. You say no. That's
Whoever
it.
has the most chips is going to still be first
If I'm
place.
number one in chips, I would do it.
Right. And
Okay, so you
there's
want-
also
glad-
How many chips?
the player of the month points
Points. Yeah.
to talk to consider.
I'm glad
so.
Andrew straightened that out. He's like,
Okay,
Yeah.
He's
He's got 950. I
Skip,
And he's doing it from all the way over here. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Even chop,
You must have, like,
get most
mental
people
powers.
want points, yeah? That's what you want?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then points.
I'm just trying to understand.
Andrew's negotiating the chop. He's not even part
Right.
of it.
I've never seen this.
Smart dealer. What is?
He's channeling his inner Rudy, and he's just doing it.
you got.
I got 590.
Just gonna decipher here. Everyone gets this much.
I got fourth place
All right,
points.
so
Skip
first,
got
second, third,
third,
fourth in
fourth.
points, and then even chop money.
And then 24,
I
35
mean, can
apiece.
someone buy my points?
No.
That's a first one too.
I've seen that once before
Fifth place for the point.
in a bar league.
Ah.
I've seen that because I tried to sell my points. 'cause
Right.
I wasn't a bar poker regular. I just played one game and I
Right.
ended up winning, and The guy's like, well, we can't chop because there's points. I'm like, take all the points, first and second. I'm just here for the bar tab. I want to drink. And over points, he said no, so I had to destroy him. And then I did.
Oh, and Moody gets the trophy.
All right, the trophy.
We don't have one yet, but
I was going to say, I'm like looking around. I'm like, is there something on this desk we can
there
get
it is.
him?
The
The
glass
trophy.
of water.
Congratulations. You get the water.
I got you, man.
The liquid of life.
There's your trophy.
Oh, yeah, nice. Greenery. There you go. Hey.
All right.
That was the strangest chop I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a new one.
I don't know how it happened, but I think I like to.
I want to sell my points. I'm not making this up. That's legit what he said.
The interpretation of Andrew on the sidelines helped that one get through because I know Brian was
Shout
trying
out
to
to
say.
Andrew for brokering that deal.
No, well, because Brian was,
It was
just doing
falling
an
apart,
even chop,
legit.
and the chip leader's like, I'm not doing even. I don't know what you're talking about. So
I know. I've got more than double. I'm like, if he beats me and overcomes that deficit, congratulations, bro.
I wish we had a chop payout, but this is the
No,
payouts
this
of
is-
what
this
they
is-
would
this
be.
is what
oh,
they
no,
got.
they don't see it. They don't see it.
Right. You okay? You okay, dude?
No, I'm seeing what we
Okay.
see, but
All
I'm
right.
seeing the screen that we're looking at.
Right,
though.
you're looking at the wrong screen. Okay,
Right,
the camera's
sorry.
over here, buddy.
Hello.
He's right
Hi,
on the
everybody.
camera. All right. So that's going to do it for our live stream today. We hope everybody enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So as soon as we go live, you'll know about it. That's Florida Mountain Man's secret. I like how he always seems to know.
Pops up, yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
do
pops
I.
up instantly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so tomorrow night, as mentioned before, we're going to have Ladies' Night. It's going to be Steffi Mo and Miss Nancy bringing you the feature and or final table of our bounty tournament, which is
I think it's a
cold-blooded,
double green. It used
ruthless.
to be the progressive. I think it's a double green chip bounty tournament tomorrow.
Right.
Check out our website, pbkennelclub.com.
All right.
All the information's there. And remember, April 1st is our 100K tournament. I'd like to see you.
Yes, First flights.
Yes.
Absolutely. Monthly multi-flight. All right, so shout out to our production crew. We got Drew, we got Gio, and Steffi Mo. For them, I'm Matt, and
I'm Oak Tree.
And he's the Oak Tree. Oak Tie. Saying thanks for tuning in, and catch us tomorrow. Until then,